Very cool. That sounds like fun. I just sent out the thing.
And I found that I'm jealous of the kids because it was 98 degrees.
Okay.
And high humidity, and we're sitting outside under canopies. But the kids got the bouncy castle that you slide down into a pool of water. And I'm thinking,
nice.
I'm pretty sure I exceed the size limit for that thing, but it looks like it'd be pretty awesome.
It sounds like it would be pretty awesome.
Right about now.
Well, we went to Doug's for 4th of July, which was nice. But it was, like you said, it was pretty warm out.
Yeah.
And there was this little patch of sun, and when we first started, the party first started, there was this little patch of sun in the shade of his garage, or patch of shade that was maybe 4 feet wide and another 12 feet long. And there was probably 15 people trying to squeeze all their lawn chairs in that little patch.
You got some closeness going on.
Yeah, we did. But it was a really nice party. We had a good time.
Good deal.
Hey, there's Andrew.
And there's Les.
How you doing, sir?
How is everyone?
I'm pretty good.
Andrew appears to be swimming in Gatorade.
Yeah, you got a kind of a weird green screen there you got going on.
I'm tired of government watching me watch porn.
They don't care about porn. It's all your seditious activities, though.
Well, my seditious activities are embedded in the porn.
Mm. You must be watching a different sort of porn than I do.
Well, it's sedition porn. It's my new punk group.
Sedition porn. There's the man of the hour, Mr. Doug. And Gordon, hello. Gordon, can you hear us?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you are. How you doing, bud?
Great. Long weekend, but I'm doing good.
How was the rest of your weekend? You do anything fun?
Painted a 2,000 square foot house for one of Jennifer's friends.
Ooh.
I wouldn't call that fun, but it was all right.
I wouldn't call that fun either.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that fun at all. You're a good friend.
It sounds like the opposite of fun.
Yeah, really.
It was all right.
Hey, Don. Can't hear you, buddy.
My headset's on.
You can hear. Don, we can't.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. He's not really instrumental. What did I do with my phone? Did I leave my phone upstairs? Hold on. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my phone.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
And
You're stepping right into it, Andrew.
What?
I said you're stepping right into it. You weren't here last time, right?
I haven't missed one yet.
Oh, you were here. Oh, that's right. I'm
He was
thinking
here. He's invisible.
right.
Yes, usually.
Yeah, it's quite a battle we got going on.
Yeah. And I'm a non-battling guy, so anyone feel free to jump in front of me.
What did I miss? Were you guys talking about me?
Yes.
Hi,
Be
Les.
honest.
Yes. We all
I knew it.
respect and lust.
It's more the lust I was trying to generate, but I'll take respect. Hey, Dan.
Hello, Les. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing swell. Had a good 4th of July. Hope you guys did too.
Yeah, had a little party over at Doug's house. Thank you again, Doug.
Welcome.
That was fun. Now I got a text from Matt. Apparently, his wife had to have emergency gallbladder surgery.
Oh
no!
So he may or may not make it. He said he was going to try to because he figured it would be something he wouldn't be bothering her while she was trying to sleep. She's home now. She's fine. But I told him that he shouldn't try too hard to try and get in here if Kenna needed him. So we'll have to.
Hey, XP or XP? I mean, You know what?
Yeah, exactly. As long as he's out, you guys get the lion's share.
He's got planes and trains. Now he can get hospitals
Yeah, no kidding.
as places.
Well, I think she's
connected.
home. I think it happened like early this morning. But I think she's okay. I mean, I think the surgery apparently went okay, and she's back home. So
Yeah, and if it's the laparoscopic surgery, it only takes about 35 minutes.
for the gallbladder, I don't honestly. Gallbladder is one of those internal organs that I assumed was just something that somebody made up. It's not really a thing. So,
Well, I can tell you when they go bad, they hurt like a sumbitch, and you can't wait for them to take them out.
did you have yours taken out?
Yeah, the end of last year, September-ish.
So, what does a gallbladder do? Does anybody really know?
Yeah, it helps your digestive system. It stores bile and it injects it into your system when you eat food.
Oh,
But it's really sort of that's its primary function. But the liver can also create bile, so it's kind of like you don't really need it.
like toenails.
That's something like that.
Yeah, just
Nice.
like that. That's what it is. The gallbladder serves the exact same function as a toenail.
Yeah, they're
I've never
toenails.
used toenails for digestion, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Toenails in the middle of your body cavity.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, she had hers out this morning, so I guess it was something similar to probably what happened to you. And when they go south, they just go kerflooey and that's it?
Well, yeah, they can go south a number of ways. All of them are equally painful. So
Ugh, sounds like it would suck.
some of them are more dangerous than others.
Gotcha.
So hopefully she's all right.
He seemed, I only got a couple of texts from him, but he seemed to like she was at home resting comfortably. So I'm assuming she's okay.
And on codeine.
probably enjoying trying to puzzle her way through some Nick at Night right now. All right. Well, that being the case, and we don't did Eric jump on? We have Eric tonight? Maybe not. I haven't heard from him. I sent him an email
I
earlier.
thought I saw
today.
Don on here too, but I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, where'd Don go?
I think he was having trouble with audio, so he probably restarted.
All right, well, we'll give him a minute then.
I'm pretty sure I heard him say, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
Yeah,
He says
I'm
that
Eric
every
Cartman.
game, though.
I do what I want.
So, did anybody happen to read the giant recap that I wrote?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
All right.
Very fun.
I apologize for the length on that.
No,
The
great.
muse was upon me.
It was the girth we were worried about.
Oh.
I had to go there.
I'm gonna try and throttle back my my creative juices when I do these recaps from now, because that recap took like 3 weeks for me to write. So
Wow.
it was lengthy, almost 7,000 words. So 2 more and it's a novella. But I'll try and throttle it back. But
I'm
it
gonna
did-
have to skim through it because like I said, I didn't see Snapper's name in there at all. Next thing I'll do, I'm just gonna download it and just search.
Okay.
Just search for the word Snapper, to make sure that somehow, some way.
I might have referred to you as Snappy A in the French.
Snappy A? Yeah. Well, that would be a little fancier.
that would be.
Um,
All right, hold on just a second. Let me make sure I got all my
Don's
stuff.
logging back on.
Okay, I
Hey, and,
feel safer already.
Les and Gordon, Mike Dowd isn't here, but did you guys get my email about the tickets for?
Did.
Yes, thank you, Doug.
Yep,
Well, yeah.
sure
Well,
did.
Don replied, and that's fine. But I have to admit, I guess Friday night we were over at Bob's, and I was scared.
I was a little scared too. I was like, "Where's all?" So I sent an email to Dowd also to see if he received any tickets, because I wonder if he didn't receive the bulk of his own tickets. Because
Well, I know I've got tickets for him. However,
but you gave them to me, did you?
I had
Or did
Les. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to look at it right now. I might have, but
And then I stole them and I gave them to Don.
yeah. But
was like the
there was one part of a receipt that said, pick these up from so and so. So I think Dowd did get a few tickets because I got pick these up from Les, pick these up from Don, pick these up from Mike Dowd.
okay? So maybe he has the bulk of his. So that makes sense. So
Yeah.
we'll sort it out, and if worst comes to worst, we'll just muscle in on places.
So the only two electronic ones then is that escape room and Scythe.
That is correct. That's all I know of.
Yeah, that's what when I
those are the ones
reread
that I
my
paid
stuff, that's what it said also. So
we got to try and play one more game of Scythe before we go, so we can brush up again on the rules.
yeah, I have lots of free Fridays.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they're just all over the place. So, hey,
Go ahead.
Don, did you happen to do that? Help me out with that battle axe yet? Cut that groove.
I haven't got that done yet. No.
Okay, and if you don't get it, I'd rather get it back so I can take care of it. I finished my shield, or I didn't finish it, but
I want to get I want to use a bandsaw on that because it'll be the thinnest cut of that dowel.
Right. Don't you? I thought you had a bandsaw.
I don't. I have a radial arm saw, but that blade is then about a 1/4 inch thick. I want to find something as thin as possible.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just end up using my table saw if I have to. But I got my drinking horn, soak it in water, make sure that we can make use of it. And
yep.
I'm gonna bring the horns, and I'm probably gonna order a bigger horn for myself for campsite ale drinking. So, all right.
Well, I went and saw Joy, and the AC works in the camper, and I know how to pull it out, and
Beautiful.
we're good to go.
Beautiful.
so that'll be as long as the AC works, that makes for good snuggling weather.
Yep.
Can't
2
wait.
queen-size beds.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Les, I'm going to have so much fun. You're a hatred of bugs, buddy. I've got things planned for you.
No, you don't. No, we're not doing that. All right. Last time, you guys boarded the ship, examined it. Very strange vessel. Unlike any other sailing vessel that you've been on, you're not even sure that this thing sails. It has a couple of sails that stick out on the sides. They don't even look like sails. There's no way that they catch the wind. The thing's made of some sort of crystal. It has some sort of black phase charger out the back, like some sort of weird outboard motor. But all you know is that it was sitting here, just like doing whatever it is you don't know. You boarded it, checked it out, found something quite unnerving, a series of dead bodies that had been burnt, and of members of the Harbor Patrol, the guys who were guarding the boat. They had done something or set off something, and there was a bit of investigation to try and figure out what that was. In the course of that investigation, you guys managed to find 2 separate portals that you can see sort of in the middle of your screen there. They reacted only in certain ways. And the first person that got him to react was John Heil. Touched it. It was sort of an opalescent sort of field. It was opaque. You couldn't see through it, but it was sort of shimmery and that kind of thing. So when John put his hand on it, a handprint in gray sort of materialized on the shimmering field, expanded to inhabit the entirety of the portal. And allowed him to pass through. He grabbed hold of Lama's hand, dragged her through, and then the shimmering, opaque, opalescent sort of color came back. Leonard decided to follow him and did the same thing. Touched the thing. He heard in his head the same Aslanti phrase that John Heil had heard, and that Phineas had sort of halfway translated into. Like you may enter, that kind of thing. The same thing happened. The opalescent field turned gray, and it allowed him to pass through. He grabbed onto Bjorn and dragged Bjorn through. But apparently, what it was that did it on that second time set off what could only be called the defensive capabilities of the upper deck of the ship. And those of you who had not gone down into the portal. Realized that on the deck had materialized 2 types of creatures. One, a large armored creature, about 10 feet tall, with weapons of a strange and ornate style. But as a creature, had a very sort of clay-like substances, no eyes, no mouth. It looked like a creature built of clay. The other creatures that materialized on the deck were small, about 1.5 feet tall, what looked to be sort of automatons, some sort of construct or mechanical creature with the frankly unnerving quality of not having hands, but having little tubes in place of arms. They immediately began shooting fire out of those tubes at both Rindle and Snapper, doing a fair amount of damage to Snapper, too. Snapper fought back, as did Rindle. Rindle tried to fire sphere one of them on his side, did not do much good, these being creatures of fire. Snapper learned from that, dropped a boatload of water onto one, causing it to hiss and steam and sort of stumble about, but creating also a large pool of water on the deck, which would create a very slippery area, almost like a grease spell because of the solidity and the lack of any sort of gription of the deck. Very slick surface. Just so you guys know, this is the portal that both Leonard and Bjorn and John and Lama went into. This one has not been attempted yet, so no idea. But
and they're both accessible. You have to go for where Snapper is. You have to go up the stairs because they're
down. In this case, down the stairs.
Okay.
Those stairs go down. But yes,
got it.
You have to go down
And
the
then
stairs.
ask the big golem to get out of the way.
And then ask the big golem to get out of the way. Solarian's going to ask him for you there. All right, so that's what's going on upstairs.
Is there any way that Snapper could jump down into that thing?
No, it's hard to do on a two-dimensional surface, but it is actually like a doorway into the wall. It's not flat.
Got it.
So if we look down, so that's what's going on the upper deck. Quite a busy scene up there. On the lower deck, underneath, you see John Heil, who has changed into some sort of amalgam creature, is now either fighting or it's certainly being blocked by another one of these clay-like creatures in armor. Whereas Leonard, Lama, and Bjorn have dimension doored across the other side of the room to the other side of the plant. Lama has been chopping away at the plant, and Leonard has been advising Bjorn to attack this weird-looking cat. Now, this cat has sort of spider eyes. It's not large. It's about 4 feet tall, but it has several sets of arms, 2 of which have small sort of not hand crossbows, little bows and arrows. So they're like, it can fight with 2 separate bows and arrows. They're small. They look to be exquisitely crafted out of strange materials. The arrows themselves are quite small, about the size of crossbow bolts, and look to be made out of crystal. They also have sort of a glistening substance on the arrow tips themselves, which you noticed. Now, this particular cat-like creature has been fading out, and as Bjorn found out last time when he attempted to attack the creature, his roll was high enough to hit, but his sword passed through it, as it was only partially corporeal, if corporeal at all, and it seemed to be fading out quite swiftly away from the battle, either going ethereal or becoming some sort of incorporeal creature. It is translucent. You can see through it, Bjorn. In fact, it seems to be fading away quite quickly. And that's where we start tonight. Okay, do you not have control of that? Hold on, let me fix that. Fix that right now. Controlled by Lama John. All right, try now. See if you can move John Heil around a bit. The move? Is it working?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I was muted. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's where we start. Let's go. So any questions? I ripped through a fairly long recap there in about 2 seconds. So any questions, comments, calls for my malfeasance? Or calls for my dismissal? Charges of malfeasance?
Gone through buffers yet? Hi, everybody.
What was that, Jennifer?
Have we gone through buffers yet? Like what's on, what's off?
So right now, I don't know that you guys have a ton of buffs on. I think Bless is what I have here is that Bless is in order.
I think Bless is on order only for the top side.
Yeah. I think it's only for the top side. But I think that's it.
I've got.
And I got Inspire Courage from the Bard.
I've got mage armor on, Les.
Do you? Okay. So let me actually, you know what? It's probably a good idea.
Yeah. That's courage from the bard, or
Oh, you're not going to get that from where we're at. He's not here with us. So. Lama had prayer. She's got prayer and bless. I don't think we have either of those, though. That's probably from the last time.
Well, bless lasts a long time, doesn't it? Snapper? That would have come from Snapper, I think.
the bless or the shield of faith?
Both. I think is Snapper. Oh no, Beltran is also a cleric.
Yeah, I think that came from Beltran because I don't have any.
Does that mean it's gone because he's gone? How's that work? I was enlarged too, but my icon isn't, so I wonder if that's old or.
Yeah, I think that's the last battle.
I think so too.
I think all that is before.
I wondered about that. Are you not enlarged?
Well,
she had bless, shield of faith.
She's not enlarged. I haven't touched anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only thing then we have is I'm raging. That's it.
Yeah, I don't even know if you were doing that, honestly. I don't remember you doing that.
Oh, I remember doing that with that thing.
You're not enlarged yet. I still haven't memorized.
Okay, I took it off. Prayer off. Okay, sorry.
And I had down that Andrew had Inspire Courage going as well for the top side.
Yeah, no, that was his. If we go back up to top side real quick and take a look, that is the yellow thing. But I also have Andrew as being invisible now. As Phineas is being invisible now. Andrew, is that correct?
Yes, it's been a month, but I think so.
How many rounds have we been down here? Because I didn't rage until we saw this thing.
I only have two rounds, 3 rounds listed.
Well, we should all have another round.
I'll have another round.
Cheers.
Step on up, Les. What do you have?
I'm having the same thing I always have at these things, either a bourbon and water or a gin and tonic. And tonight's bourbon and water. Cracked a fresh bottle of Knob Creek, and I'm ready to rock. All right, so lots going on. Any other commentary before we jump right into the battle?
I have one question real quick.
Lay it on me, home slice.
The plant on this floor, is it coming out? Is there a hole in the floor it's coming up out of, or is it?
There is definitely a hole in the floor.
So it seems to be coming up from below.
It's coming up. It's definitely coming up from below. So this is the top part of this plant.
Okay.
Okay.
So did anyone do any knowledge checks on our adversaries?
Are there stairs down, Les, anywhere? I see stairs behind the.
There's no in this room, you mean?
Yeah.
There's no stairs. Those stairs that you see that John is on, what is this thing flying around me? Those go up to the portal. So there's a fairly narrow set of stairs at that, but that's the way you came. You came down those stairs into this room. So you're on like the second deck. You're on the first deck below the top. Now this plant has broken through this crystal somehow, and this top of this plant is actually what you're actually fighting. But you suspect that there is a significant amount of additional plant underneath there through that hole. There's no other stairs in here, but there is a door right next to where Bjorn is standing. A very strange door it is. It's made of that same white crystal. It has runes on it as well. There does not seem to be a handle or hinges. But it does look like a door. I mean, it's not another portal. It's an actual sort of like, you can see a seam of a door.
Mama's going to yell over her shoulder to Leonard and Bjorn. It seems like we're just giving this thing a haircut. Is it worth our time?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a very tippy top. You can't probably kill it with just the tippy tendrils of it.
You just keep fighting what you got there.
All right.
When have I ever steered you wrong?
Oh, no.
Let me list the ways.
Yeah.
Find out.
All right. So first, all right. So let's let the madness commence. First up, the plant. So the plant, having reacted poorly, Lama, to your attacks, is going to attack you once with a slam attack. So it is going to do that. Hold on a second.
That's too easy. Surely there's something more permanent and damaging.
Well, it's only doing one attack, so that might tip you off to something. 27, is that hit?
Oh, yeah.
That hits. All right. So boom, a big woody chunk of the plant. You can see the tendrils sort of pulling away from you because you've been slashing at them. And there are a fair amount of tendrils sort of on the floor sitting around. But it kind of just like comes and sort of clocks you with this thicker branch hold on. For 7 points of damage. And at the same time, sort of in the middle, you can see these tendrils are sort of withdrawing away from you. But as they withdraw, you can and the bigger one sort of clouts you a little bit and kind of knocks you backwards. You can see that they've pulled away from what looks to be some sort of stalk in the middle, and that stalk has a very sort of strangely feminine, shall we say, orifice which opens and sprays at you. So I need you to...
Ooh, you've been marked.
And actually, I will need this. This is a 30-foot cone, which puts Leonard in the it squirts at you, Lama, and Leonard, you're getting caught in the blowback. I need a reflex save from both of you. And Leonard, you get +2 on that reflex save. Ooh, because of Lama's stature. She's really what it was targeting, but you might get some blowback. 8 is not going to be quite enough. That's your reflex is only +3?
Yeah.
Both of you take 6 points of acid damage as this weird toxic spittle from this plant gets on you, and then it begins to move very quickly back down the hole. It just sucks itself down. It's almost as if it's just like pulls back.
Like some flowers, when you poke it, it just
sucked right back down in the hole. So now there's this large hole, as you can see, in the middle of this, in the edge of this room. Now, as you get a better look at it, actually, Lama and everybody except for John, give me a quick perception check.
I mean, everybody downstairs.
Everybody downstairs, yeah. 18. So, what about you, Lama? Can you take a peek? 23. All right, so a couple of things about this hole. One, it looks completely dark underneath. You can't see anything. You can't see anything down there from thing. And you suspect, Leonard, you especially suspect that this might be some sort of magical darkness that maybe inhabits between decks. Second, the hole itself looks like it was burned or melted through, as opposed to
acid.
Potentially, theoretically, sure.
The plant just used that on us.
And okay, so that's the plant, and then that creature disappears completely and fades out into, and you don't know where he is. He's gone. He's gone somewhere else. You hope. You guys down there suddenly find yourselves alone in the room, except for that clay guy. He's still there. All right. So that's what they're doing. John Heil, your turn. And the clay guys are next, by the way.
That guy facing me or into the room?
He's facing you, and he's already clouded you once. Now, so his attack was very strange. So he has this weird sort of long axe with a crystal head on it, in one hand, but when he attacked you last time, he just sort of went ba-boom and sort of smacked you with his other hand. So it was more of a slam attack rather than an axe attack. You're not sure if he's just an unsophisticated fighter or he thinks that you're not a worthy enough opponent. You suspect that he was saving that axe for Lama, but you guys dimension doored out of the way too quickly. He was trying to like sort of swat you out of the way. You got the feeling he didn't consider you to be a troubling opponent.
Okay, I didn't have any damage on this icon, Les. Was there? Do you remember? Did I get hit for some damage, or did I avoid it?
I think you got hit, but I don't. I'd have to check. I'll tell you what. I know what he does as a slam attack, so let's just roll it.
Okay.
2d10 plus 7. Okay. Sorry about this. 10 points. Wow, you lucked out, man. Look at those rolls. 10 points of damage, and I need you to make a... oh, never mind. You're fine. But yes, so 10 points of damage.
You're fine.
You sort of like got bounced against the wall.
Okay, so did you say it was my turn, or they're going?
Yeah, it's your turn. And then the clay guys are up next.
All right, I don't like being stuck here, so I'm going to pull out one of my abilities and change into a fox.
So you're going to change into an actual small fox?
Yes, tiny fox, actually.
A what fox?
A tiny fox.
A tiny fox, all right.
Tiny. The reason I'm doing it is because I can move through an occupied space of an enemy as a tiny creature.
Oh, okay, excellent. All right, so is that a standard action to change size?
Standard action to change. I've got a movement, and it's an attack of opportunity for you.
It does provoke. So, okay, let's go ahead and do that.
I'm going to go over to Leonard, and then we'll see what your attack is.
All right, he is going to attack you with his axe this time. With the attack of opportunity. Hold, please. Ooh, that's hard. Okay, hold on a second. $22 to hit?
Nope, that's a miss.
That's a miss. Ka-ching! This crystalline axe blade careens off of the crystalline stairs as you sort of sneak past there and run over by Leonard. And it turns around.
Okay, that's it.
That's it for you? All right, clay guys. Let's resolve the one down here first. So he's going to turn around as he watches you sort of scoot between them.
And accidentally go down the hole.
He's going to slip and fall. No, he's actually going to go ahead and he's going to bring up that axe. Now that he sees Lama again, which was his original target, he's going to take the step. He does have reach, I believe. Hold on a second. Let me double check that. I don't want to.
Did he walk in or did he just appear, Les?
I think it was there.
He has 10-foot reach. He was there already when you guys came down the stairs. He was so when you and John Heil passed through the portal up on the upper deck, got yourself on these stairs. He was standing at the bottom of those stairs, looking upwards at you. The plant was behind him, and the cat was behind the plant. It was only, and he didn't do anything until you guys moved down the stairs. But now that he seems to be activated for whatever reason, he's fighting. So he's going to go within 10 feet of you, and he is going to bring that crystal axe towards you and try to hit you with it, because that's how he rolls. 22? Wow, look at that. 2 7s in a row.
Yep,
I'm rolling garbage.
That hits.
That hits. All right. So
Garbage to hit me, apparently.
let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is not great for you. All right. 19 points of axe damage as it clouts into you. And he wrenches it loose. All right, let's Let's go upstairs for a moment. Oop. That's not what I meant. Let's go upstairs and see what's going on there because there's clay guys over there. So let's go ahead and just do this. That one clay guy, what's their speed? Okay, not fast, since they're made of clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he comes down the stairs and ends up at the bottom of those stairs. This clay guy, who is using a a sword, like a two-handed sword. Boy, I don't know who he'd attack next. He's got Solarian on one side. He's got Beltran on the other. I'm going to go – it's a confuser. I'm going to go 50-50. Beltran, you pick high or low.
High.
High it is. So he is going to take a full attack action on you, which is 2 strikes with that sword that he's bringing to bear. Hold on a moment. 21. Oop, that's not it. 21 and 22. I've rolled 3 7s and a 6 so far with these guys.
1 hit.
1 hit. 22 is a hit. All right. So that is going to be 20 points of sword damage. This crystal sword smashes into you and hits you extraordinarily hard. All right. So now we have the first group of you guys, except for Heil, which is Solarian, Beltran, and Phineas. So you guys can decide which order you want to go and what have you. Snapper, I worry for you because you come after the fire guys.
I know.
Beltran, I don't know what you're thinking, but we're outnumbered 2-1 now without the mage. Not that we were doing any good against these things anyway.
Yeah.
How's your swimming? My thought is these guards came
A 0.
the guards that were on the ship, right? But then they went away. We go off the ship.
That's a good thought.
Yeah, but you're not entirely. That's not a bad idea. At the same time, I think one thing Beltran would say is you guys are not entirely sure what brought them.
Right.
Don't know that matters because we managed to do 1/20th of the hit points to one big golem in an entire round.
Yeah, and if he would have got 2 hits, he had outright killed me.
And
he missed that second hit by 1 point.
Yep. And that blow would have killed me. I'm only 4th level, so.
Yeah, dive off. I don't have much swimming, but the staying here is going to be even worse.
I don't think they can follow us.
Well, we'll see.
Any dissenting vote on that, guys?
Well, you're all by yourself, so I mean,
Actually, I've got one other thing.
Saying prayers for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to sink. I'm going to try and cast
I am generally.
defensively.
What are you going to do, Mike?
Try and cast defensively.
Okay. Do you want to go first? I'll go after you.
Don, do you have the DC of those memorized?
The what?
DC for casting defensively, it's 15 plus twice the level.
Something like that. Let me check it.
Another option is something that Snapper might have hit on is if maybe there's a way to figure out how to push them off. You guys jump off.
Yeah, I thought about that with the bull rush, but bull rush the big golem who's in the middle.
Which is kind of, yeah. Neither one of us are big guys, and he is a very big guy.
He's a big guy. He's a big, heavy guy. But honestly, you also have the fire guys, which are small.
Right.
I mean, they're essentially bootable. They're the size of,
Another reason I
size
don't
of a chicken.
want to be here. Why don't you go? Because I need to look at that DC.
Okay. And yeah, Les, I did think about that, but I can't get to any of them this turn. Them off, which means I got to survive 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks from them, and any one based on what you did to Snapper would kill me in one blow. I just don't have. I'm not armed for this.
Concentration cast defensively is 15 plus double the spell level.
Invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got to get a 19.
Isn't that Andy that's invisible? Phineas?
Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Phineas that's invisible.
That's exactly what I got.
Nicely done, Mike. Very nice.
Nicely done, Mike.
Here you go.
I'm casting Levitate and going straight up.
All right, so you're going up. You're flying up above the deck. How high are you going to go?
As freaking high as I can.
Okay.
Hang on, let me see. I think I can go 20 feet and around. Let me look at this real quick. It's at least 20 feet. I know that.
Okay. Is that how high you want to go?
If I can go that high, heck yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm just going to plop that on you right there. Little number. So you're going straight up 20 feet. So we've got you doing
yes,
that.
20 feet up, so I'm 20 feet in the air.
Gotcha. Okay. So that would be well outside of their at least the golem's range. Although as you do rise up, you do see that little construct guy, sort of his little arms.
I was gonna say I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, but as you go up, you can see him sort of like tracking you.
Okay. And yeah, cast the spell and move, and that's the extent of what I can do.
All right. What about you, Solarian?
So quick question. I know if I just drop off this backside here.
Into the water?
Into the water.
Okay.
Back of opportunity for that because I'm moving away from him.
Well, there's no one. I mean,
you just jump off. There's no attack.
Right.
I mean, essentially, it's a 5-foot step, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5-foot steps is what you're doing.
If you go off, no attack of opportunity. If you go up the stairs, it probably hold on. Yeah, there probably would be attack of opportunity.
Because what does the big guy have reach?
He does, 10 foot.
So yeah, your only option really is going off the side.
Yep, that's it. I'm taking a dive.
Okay, so you're stepping the 5-foot step, and you're just like sploosh off the side of the boat. All right, so you're in water. Give me a swim check. Now, are you wearing metal armor?
No, leather.
Leather. Okay. How much weight are you carrying?
Less than 100 pounds.
Is it tied by a chain to your ankle, perhaps? That 100 pounds?
I am carrying very little. Sorry, let me take 36 pounds carried.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. All right, so you can swim. Go ahead and give me, what's your swim skill, do you know?
It's 8.
8 plus 8. Wow, that's really good. Okay, go ahead and give me a swim check. 22. No problem. You are now in the drink. You do see this guy here. This fella here sort of looking at you. And he has sort of his stuff pointed at you, but he's kind of far away. So you're not sure if he might hit you or not. But yeah, you are in the water, soaking wet, but you are able to swim. I'm assuming that right now you've dropped off into the ocean, you've gone under for a moment, you've swum your way back up, and now you're treading water at the surface right there.
Yeah, until I get a move.
Now you can, well, you've done that's more of a 5 foot step. So you can do, I mean, if you have some other standard action that you want to do in the water. I'm not entirely sure what that might be, but.
Yeah, I was going to say, rules question, what can I do?
Or another move.
I can't walk on water, so I don't
You
think.
can do 2 move actions, step off.
Well, he's at a 5 foot step.
We'll just do a regular standard move for that 5 foot step.
Well, that would draw an attack of opportunity, wouldn't it?
No, because we said that the square you start in doesn't count.
Right.
Right, that's right. Okay, yeah, so you can
Standard move.
swim. So your swim speed, if I recall correctly, is half your movement rate, correct?
I think that's it.
Let me double check. Swimmeroo. You success means that you may swim up to half your speed as a full round action, or a quarter of your speed as a move action. If you make your DC
Another
skill,
5 feet is all I get, like to there.
you would get another 5 feet. So you're going to swim sort of towards the back, and you are right now recalling that the ladder is on the whole other side of the boat.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about the staircase, but.
Phineas, you're invisible. You just saw Beltran go straight up. You saw Solarian go off the side.
And our mage disappeared.
Your mage disappeared. Yeah, he's not here. So, and Snapper's up there, and he's got at least 2 of these fire creatures on him. That you
Right.
back. There's been some flame going on. I mean, you can't see everything that's going on up there, but it could be pretty dangerous for him. What do you do?
So I think the first thing I do is try to search my memory in terms of who we're facing, the golems and the fire creatures. I want to know how suggestible they would be, or distractible, or basically anything like that. So can I message them? Can I distract them? Can I hypnotize them? And so I would do a...
Do a knowledge. Let's see. That's a great question. So do a knowledge. You got knowledge planes?
I do, yes.
Okay, do that. Give me a knowledge planes check. 22. Okay, so a couple of things that you would recognize. Now, your suspicion is that let's talk about the little fire creatures first. Your suspicion is that they are constructs, and that they are automated constructs, that they have a set of pre-programmed orders that once whatever triggers them goes off, they fulfill those orders. And from far as you can tell, those orders are, if there are pirates or whatever they're interpreting you guys being on the ship as, their orders seem to be to destroy them. So they made short work of the Harbor Patrol guys. You're not entirely sure how the Harbor Patrol guys set them off, but that does seem to be what these guys are doing. They're generally speaking, if they are constructs as you suspect, they're generally unintelligent. Pre-programmed activities can be duped, perhaps, but they cannot be persuaded, I guess, for lack of a better term. It would be like persuading a robot or a security bot, something like that.
Okay.
The clay golems, and you suspect that these are actually clay golems, theoretically could be communicated to, but unless you were able to present yourself as one of the controlling factor, something that it would recognize as a controller, you probably would not get the response you're looking for. You might be able, you could do spells on it, but the reality is it has no mouth, so it can't communicate with you. It has no eyes, really, so it's using some sort of magical, it doesn't have like eyeballs. It has just like these clay pits, and there's these like round things in there. So you suspect that somehow it's magically seeing, because it is striking pretty hard, but you're not, it has to be seeing some way, so like a fascinate or a dazzle or something like that might work, but you don't think that unless you were able to somehow mimic whatever it would consider to be a controlling authority on this boat, you probably could not persuade it to disengage. You might be able to dazzle it or fascinate it, but you don't think that communicating with it would work for what you want to do.
Okay. So Beltran is this 20 feet above me now?
He's 20 feet above you. He's up there with his bow, but you also see that this little flame dude is looking very intently at him.
Okay. So I'm invisible. I will try to. Good grief. Use a message to this guy here.
So that's one of the fire creatures. That's one of the constructs
Right.
that we talked about. All right.
And I'll try to use binary to a binary algorithm to convince him that
Okay.
to attack the golem.
To attack the golem. So you want to say attack the golem. All right, hold on a second. I got to look up something real quick.
Don't look up my dress.
Too late for that, my good man. I saw that. I've been posting pics on the website.
Damn.
All right. So traits. This creature's traits. No con score. Low light vision, dark vision, immunity to mind-affecting effects like charms, compulsions, morale effects, patterns, or phantasms. Is what you're trying to do a mind-affecting spell?
No, I'm not using any spell. I'm trying to
communicate with it.
To use message, the message spell.
Okay.
To communicate something it would perceive as an order.
Okay. How are you speaking to it? In common, or are you going to try?
Well, we're using message. I'm so it's.
Let me take a look at the aspects of the message spell. Because I think you still use language. You can whisper messages and receive replies. Those nearby can hear the messages with a perception check. You point your finger at the creature you want to receive. When you whisper, the whispered message is audible to all targeted creatures within the range. Magical silence, foot of stone, inch of common metal. Message does not have to travel in a straight line. It can circumvent a barrier. Creatures who receive the message can whisper a reply that you can hear. It transmits sound, not meaning. This does not transcend language barriers. To speak a message, you must mouth the words and whisper them. So if you want to try this, you have to try and speak its language. Now, you do remember that the message, the voice that John Heil heard in his head after he touched the portal was in Islanti.
Right.
Now you could understand that message because you had comprehend languages going on, but I don't know that that allows you to speak it. I think it absolutely does not.
Okay.
You understand the spoken words of creatures or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. The ability to read does not necessarily impart insight into the material, just its literal meaning. The spell enables you to understand and read an unknown language, but not speak or write it. You haven't taken your hand off the pawn yet. So if you want to pull that one back and do something else, I'll let you.
I'll pull it back and I will. Good grief. Let me try a blindness on the golem.
Okay. Blindness on the golem. What is the DC for that spell?
That is 16.
And that is I got this little fly that's flying around. It's making me crazy. 16, DC 16. And that is a will save, correct?
I don't know.
I believe it's a will save. Check and say.
Do you want me to look it up?
Great. I can probably have it. I think it's will save. Rules lawyers, anybody want to weigh in on that before I? Blindness.
On what?
Deafness is
will save.
Will save. I'm almost sure of it. Here we go. Fortitude. Fortitude negates.
Okay.
So some rules lawyers you guys turned out to be. All right. 16. And so you're going to be. Holy crud. 21. All right. So that did not work. You see it sort of back up a little, and you see one of its hands kind of come up and rub at its clay-like eyes. But it does seem like it still is seeing you. Well, it's not seeing you, but it's like looking around. It doesn't know who did that to them. It's still assuming Beltran, I think. All right.
Gotcha.
tough break. They do not have. He had a better than 50% chance of bitching that one up. So it's a bit of bad luck for you. Sorry about that, Phineas. Are you going to move at all, or?
I don't know if they'll detect me if I move. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Projector's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, just gotta take that off of there. 5, 6. So their move. Well, no, he's just gonna move. Let me check something here. I want to see if this guy's close enough. Yeah, he's close enough. Okay. And then he's going to jump down. Bonk. And then this one is going to shoot at Beltran. Okay, so fire guys, they are going to shoot. So the first thing, Snapper, you see is this guy that you doused in water. He points his tubes at you, and you see these little like sparks going off the end. It's like he's obviously trying to fire at you, but the water that you dumped on him put out his like internal gas jets, the ones that actually light up. So he's not able to fire. Because he's in the water, however, and he's tried to do an attack, he does suffer from the potential for a fall. So what was the DC on your water spell?
Was it create water?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's the DC of that level then? Stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
15
for that 15. Spell.
Okay, 8. Another 7, by the way. So this guy, as he's trying to shoot, the effort to shoot, he's fallen to the ground. He's fallen into the water.
Hey, Les?
Yep.
I know Bjorn's up next, but Snapper's right after, and we're on that level of the map. Why don't you let Snapper go and then go down to Bjorn?
All right, that's fine. We can do that. We'll go to Bjorn. Hold on a second.
We'll go to Snapper.
The next thing, this guy's going to shoot fire at you, Snap.
Oh, shit.
And now it is a range touch ray. So I can shoot 30 feet, so that's well within range. Does this hit you? Now, this is a range. This is a touch attack. 19?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot. All right. So that hits you for 3d6 plus 1 fire damage. Oh, look at all those 6s. Holy. 16 points of fire damage as that jet of fire hits you and sprays you with fire. Roasty Toasty. This one is looking up at Beltran, who has just gone up in the air. Try to shoot him.
Are he shooting at Snapper too?
No, he's shooting at Beltran.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is a touch attack, Beltranio. 11?
Wow, that misses.
Misses. All right, so you're flying upward, and the thing is kind of like and shoots at you, but the jet passes underneath you as you're moving upward, and you are not hit. All right. Bottom of the order, Snapper, what do you do?
Well, seeing that what happened with this guy here, I'm going to try to hit this guy with a create water.
Okay.
So I know I'm going to take a.
So in create water, is it like a jet or is it just like rain or because here's why I ask, because he is right next to the edge. So the create water for this deck functions as a grease spell. If he falls, it's possible he could fall over the edge.
Well, the range is 40 feet.
It's not like a hose. It's like you just drop water in an area.
That's right. it just literally, like in this case, 14 gallons of water would appear above him and
And just
whoosh.
sploosh down. All right. So this is a creature made of metal, but it's about the size of a chicken. So I'm going to rule that if he blows his grease save, his reflex save,
Slides off the deck.
when he drop this, he's going to slide off the deck. So kasploosh. All right. I'm assuming that you target him so he's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Of it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And some would actually, in this case, well,
Okay. So some of it would go off the edge.
just like it did with the other one too.
Yeah, it's sort of blowing him out of there. All right. So reflex save, did you say is we said is 15, correct?
That's a difficulty class. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no reflex.
level.
There's no spell resistance, no save.
Off the deck.
He rolled a 12, so he slitters, slides, falls down, and sploosh falls
Good job,
into
Doug.
the deck.
Okay.
Sploosh.
He should sink to the bottom.
Well, he's made of metal, but
Sink to the bottom.
well, we'll see now, won't we? We'll see if he
What's
sinks.
his swim skill?
Yeah, I want to see him make a swim check.
Hold on, let me check his swim check here. Oh, he's got +4. Great.
I bet he's not shooting fire now.
Was there an overtake penalty for being made of metal?
I don't know if it's possible. I'll do the math later. Don't worry about that. I'm kidding. He's probably sinking like a stone to the bottom. The little chicken-sized fire shooter that just got splooshed off the slippery deck and into the water. So yeah, by and large, metal creatures tend to fare poorly in the ocean.
All right, so
general rule. So yeah, excellent work, Snappy-o. All right, so we are going to go back down into
Bjorn.
the room down below, where everybody's sort of standing around looking at that hole and wondering what in the heck just happened. Bjorn, what do you do? Oh, well, you could be Bjorn, Leonard, or Lama. So all three of you down there, except for John. Where's John? Oh, there he is. All three of you can switch up, do whatever you want.
Isn't there a golem down there too?
There's a golem down there. He just took a big chunk out of Lama.
I'm going to move to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to fight defensively and attack once.
Okay.
So 17.
17 is not going to hit.
Okay.
Your sword clangs off of its armor and does not seem to hurt it.
Llama,
Mm-hmm.
I cast enlarge on you. And then step back.
I smile.
It's like when
Kill it.
You should yell like by the power of Grayskull or something when you do that. Some sort of orcish, oath.
Oh, Gordon, you do that stupid shit. Oh.
I gotta mark that spell off.
Now you're using a hand and a half sword, right? You're not using scimitar anymore.
No.
Okay.
Two-handed bastard sword +2.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome.
Hang on, we're putting this spell on.
And that goes up with enlarge, right?
Nice.
Love those ponytails, by the way. I always have, and I always will.
So do I. Okay. All right, so I guess I will kind of step up.
You don't have to now. You
don't have to. Now you got it in reach. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hack and slash and see how.
I was gonna say you're bigger than he is now.
Yeah, you have range on him, and I don't know if you're raging it or not.
I am.
Okay.
Oh, that's the second attack. Actually. This is the first attack.
Oh,
Wow.
Second attack hits. First attack, not so much.
A 2. Okay.
Perilously close to a fumbaloni.
But it was not. It was not a fumboni. Okay. Whack.
That is a solid hit. Knocked him down significantly.
So 3 of those.
Yeah, two more. Two more maybe be something. All
Or
right,
should
so
we just throw him down the hole?
You
well,
have to do a combat maneuver and all this other stuff. Don't just kill him.
all right. So that's Llama. So that's everybody. So that's the bottom of the order. We go back up to the top. I know what they're doing. Yeah, they're gonna go there. Hold on, I gotta move a couple of dudes here. Hold on a sec. And that's, yeah, he's gonna a couple of those back. Good there. Excellent. All right, John Heil in fox form, very small. You see Llama is now very big, and they are attacking the clay guy. But you do not seem to be in immediate danger. What do you do?
I'm going to scurry around to there using stealth. Let's see what my stealth is.
All right, give me a stealth check, and I'll do the opposed perception check right away.
7.
7 for stealth. All right, let's see what the opposed check is. This guy's have +0 for perception, so he did see you.
Okay.
But he does not seem to care.
Okay, and then as a standard action, I'm going to turn myself back into the prior form that I have.
Yeah.
Llama, you're flanking.
I see it.
That would be a flank, wouldn't it? All right. You can do anything else? Oh, so standard action and move action. So you're done.
He's done.
All right. Llama, after that hit, he's going to try and hit you. Full attack action against you.
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No, it's just an attack.
Yeah, it's just an attack action.
For me.
You're close. That's what I'm saying.
Trying to reach around me to hit her.
Well, he's got reach.
He's within range.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to move or anything.
He's in range of her.
Okay.
So he's going to attack. Hold everything. First attack, 22. Another 7. Second attack, 20. Either of those hit?
Look at me. 20. I need a 19 to hit.
Yeah,
So
they both
yeah.
hit.
2 hits?
Yeah.
Both of those hit. That's not
Because
bad.
she's raging.
Even if I hadn't been raging.
Oh, and she's got a tube top for armor, so you know.
We got to do something about your armor.
So 35 points of damage
Green llamas in a tube top.
from 2 strikes from the axe.
4 points. I'll take it.
Now let's scoot back upstairs for a moment because there's clay guys up there as well.
Has it given my damage? Where are you? Are you right? Oh, nice.
He's heading to those steps. This clay guy, he only sees Beltran, and he can't reach him. So he is going to stand there. He actually places his so he does something very strange. He's wielding like a greatsword right now. So he stands in between the 2 portals. He moves over just a little bit, so he's like sort of equidistant between the 2 portals. He takes his sword, he turns it upside down so the point is facing the deck, and he sort of plunks it into the deck. He doesn't like bury it in or anything because it's that crystal, but he just sort of plunks it in there, and he stands there like this, with holding the handle, and he's watching Beltran, but he makes no other movements. All right, top guys. Solarian, Beltran, Phineas. If you guys are okay with it, we can just move Snapper up to the top, up a couple of spaces, so that he goes. We'll have That's
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Just do one deck and then the other.
okay. Works for me. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm in the right space for the movies. So
Beltran, you're a cleric, aren't you?
No.
Is Phineas a cleric? Am I the only cleric? Or the only...
Beltran's a cleric.
I'm a healer.
Well, an oracle.
Point is,
I'm an oracle.
you can create water.
Yeah.
Oh, upper deck, firing
Upper deck
downward at the
water.
guy.
Yeah.
This one here by you is also near the edge. But no rails on this boat.
Yeah, I can do that next time.
All right.
For me, this time I'm going up 20 more feet.
24 feet. I like the way you think, sir.
And then I'm going to heal myself.
Okay.
Heal thyself.
16 points. Calls on gods of healing. Now you're now 40 feet in the air, and you suspect beyond the ability of these small fire guys.
That's what I'm hoping.
To shoot. All right, so that's Beltran. What about you, Solarian? You gonna be doing a little swimming?
Yes.
I need a swim check, my man.
Do I think that I can swim like
if you
back of the boat and not get hit by this guy?
Well, so here's the thing, though. I mean, you're pretty far down. It's the deck is probably 10 to 12 feet above the water line.
Yeah, but there's handles all over it.
No, there's no handles. There's no handles on this boat. The only ladder that you know about is the one that you use to get up on deck, and it's on the other side of the boat. It's over here. And it was brought by the harbor guys.
Right.
So from what I've seen, if I swam straight to this square, because I made my swim check,
yeah,
do I think I'd be out of his range to shoot me?
I would guess no.
You want to go this way.
But then I'm going to eventually hit this guy anyway.
Yeah, but he's going to be in the water drowning.
Down. Yeah, he's down. Yeah, he's prone. And
I missed this guy way over here.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking it too far ahead. Okay, I'll just go right here.
Okay, I need a swim check from you.
Yeah, it's already there.
Oh, 24, no problem. You can move, if you use a full round action, you can move up to half your movement rate. So,
and a full movement for me would be 80, so I can move 40?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So there's 30 and 40. There you go.
All right. So he is doing the Michael Phelps along the side of the boat. Okay, Phineas. Good ideas. They haven't been working out. What do you got in mind now? So this guy has stopped fighting.
So, okay. So I need to do a bluff check on the golem in order to attempt diplomacy to convince it that it's doing the wrong thing. And I'm not sure that's possible, but it's so crazy it might work.
So you are going to.
You keep telling yourself that.
Well, I guess I need to bluff him to make him think it's his idea.
You're looking. Before you do that, I just want to remind you, you're looking at a creature that has very minimal intelligence. This is an order taker. It's a manufactured creature. I mean, it doesn't. I guess what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have a ton of intellectual activity of its own.
So how do I determine if it has an IQ of 3 or above?
It can take orders, so it has an IQ. I mean, an intelligence quotient, an intelligence score. It does have an intelligence score of. Well, hold on. Let me check.
Minimum of 4 to talk.
It has no intelligence score. It has a dash on its intelligence score.
So it.
So yeah, I don't know that you could even. I mean, it's like I said before. If you could potentially, come to it and communicate with it. So you've got a couple of hurdles that you have to go for. 1, you don't speak its language. 2, you don't look like its bosses. 3, it doesn't have any native intelligence that you could use against it. So stuff like bluff and a lot of the sort of convincing abilities, your ability to convince it that to take a course of action or not take a course of action is going to be really limited because it just doesn't have the intellectual capabilities to question its own orders, and you don't have the requisite background information to put yourself in a position where you could convince it to question its own orders. It's a bit of a hard Scylla and Charybdis there. Rock in a hard place. It's not always I can bust out a Scylla and Charybdis reference.
Well, I feel pretty useless here. I guess I'll pass. I'll just stay invisible and pass.
Do you want to? I don't know. Hold on a second. Do you want to? It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be attacking. Do you want to inspire courage or competence?
Oh yeah,
there are still people around you that could use that.
Yes, I will inspire courage.
Inspire courage. Okay, so you start singing again.
So invisibly, so they have a general idea of where this sound is coming from, I'm assuming, or can I do that inaudibly with message?
No, you're making noise, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him all.
Unless you have the feat subsonics, which comes from that's a specialty. I
do not.
And then everybody hears you.
But I can message specific people.
Sure.
That's different, though.
It's different.
And use Inspire Courage through that.
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, you can't use Inspire Courage for that. Messages are really just about sending messages to people that are remote, quiet messages. For Inspire Courage, you really are. It's a performance. You've got out your performance instrument. You are rocking away. Now, you're still invisible, but everybody can hear you. It's the ability to hear your performance, which inspires courage amongst people. But other enemies could hear you too. What I can tell you is that as
you're singing "Eye of the Tiger," buddy.
As you begin to sing, the guy does not seem to be like, oh, there he is, I'm going to get him now. That kind of thing.
Okay, so I don't trip his trigger. All right, I'll sing.
Okay, very cool. Here you go.
Just wanted to do the music.
I love the song. All right, you guys hear this and you're like, I am encouraged to be like Tony Montana.
I don't hear anything.
Well, I was singing.
Is it not working? Oh no!
No, not hearing a thing.
I feel more encouraged by Hannah Montana.
Problems.
Hannah Montana.
I can't believe I'm playing music like crazy. How about now?
Okay, there you go.
All right. You guys are pushing it to the limit. Okay, so all right. So Phineas is inspiring courage. It does not seem to be provoking the dude to attack, nor does it seem to be provoking the fire guys. One of which is very close to you. But
like a relative.
Well, it's like maybe it's like 10 feet away.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's looking at Beltran, and it just shot at Beltran, did not shoot at you. So you're starting to think that maybe these guys are visually attuned as opposed to other stuff.
Ah.
All right. All right, who's next? Now it is the fire guys. So he is going to step here and basically do that. He is going to fire. So this one here, Beltran, fires at you. But it falls short. It does not make it to 40 feet. Its range is the little jets just simply cannot reach that far.
Okay.
So you feel a little roasty toasty on your keister, but other than that, no. These guys are kind of walking across the deck there. You can hear them clanking away, and that's it. So now we go back down. Oh, Snapper, go ahead.
I'm hitting this guy with a create water.
All right. I'm assuming the same thing will occur.
Yeah.
All right, sploosh. He's got to roll the DC, which is... He made it. So he stays upright, and on deck. But now that whole area is filled with water.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to move or anything like that? Give me a quick... Go ahead.
Down here.
Okay. Give me a quick perception check. All right, you see that clay dude starting to come up those stairs directly in front of you to the left. Right there. Now you don't see the fire guys, but you see the clay dude starting to like lumber up the stairs.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back downstairs.
Bjorn.
All right. Bjorn, Lama, Leonard, what are you guys doing?
You up, Bjorn?
5-foot step. And
Okay.
fighting defensively, attack.
You get flank.
25?
Is that including the flank bonus?
No.
No, it's 20. It would be 27 with the flank bonus.
Okay, and the 19, I'm assuming, does not include the flank bonus either?
Correct.
All right, that's 2 hits.
Yes.
Boom, boom. So Bjorn steps in front of Flamma and just like swats away with this. 14 and 15 points of damage, so 29 points of damage.
Can I still attack over his head?
Oop, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah, it didn't affect the clay thing, so you have reach.
You can still swing at it. Because you're both large, it'll be you. Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Bjorn steps in and just guts this guy. You can see that he's ripped apart a fair amount of its armor, especially its belly armor, and you see that underneath it is just this clay. Now he's starting to come apart. You can see that there's it's starting to sort of like woggle a little bit as its internal integrity is starting to come loose.
Go, Llama.
That was some pretty hard hits.
You want me to go?
Go, Llama.
Go, Llama, go. I think you need to chant that when you say it.
Go, Llama, go. Go, Llama.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
28's a hit.
And,
And
that was 21 with flanking.
21 with flank is a hit. That's a hit. That's 2 hits.
Oh, it's that.
This
could
thing's
be
a pile of rubble.
42 points of damage. Lama, you step in and just take your first strike.
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought it rolled the same thing twice. It's a 2d8. I got to roll the 2d8 again.
Okay.
It's a little bit.
So 39 points. Okay. Your first strike takes its arm and most of its shoulder clean off, and it falls to the ground with a plop. The next cuts through its torso, capitalizing on the hits that Bjorn made earlier in its guts, and it sort of goes sliding backwards into a couple of pieces and falls to the ground with a big sort of meaty slap. It falls down in front of John Heil. Leonard, what do you do?
I begin casting.
Oh,
And I need I need one fire elemental, medium or small, I should say.
fire elemental. Okay. Let me see what I can do for you. All right, so you are casting this turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Summoning an elemental. All right, cool. All right, so that is the bottom of the order.
Are those of us on this lower deck out of initiative now?
Yes.
I'm going to hand Llama a Cure Light Wounds potion.
Well, no, wait a second. You're not out of initiative.
Stay in initiative for now.
We're just staying in initiative, so wait your turn.
And I do have a Cure Surious. I was going to borrow.
What the hell?
Oh, that's somebody new. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's fire elemental, man. It's all right.
How many hit points on your elemental when it comes?
15.
15. All right, cool.
I'm summoning him right here.
Okay. Oh, over the top of the.
He's gonna go down and flame up that plant.
Okay. All right, but it's not his turn, so we'll
No.
do that. So,
Mama starts giggling in a raging barbarian kind of way and stamping her feet up and down.
Okay, he's doing that. John Heil, what are you doing?
Talk over to this door, commenting, "Nice job, people."
Splendid work, everyone.
Yes, and he's going to do a.
What is that roll?
It is a combination check for traps, pick lock, and open door.
Okay. All in one, huh? It's really efficient.
Don't make fun of me, man. I was rolling with it.
It's very good skill when you're a hybrid form.
So what was that roll for? Are you checking for traps? Are you checking for locks? Are you?
I was checking for locks at first.
Checking for locks.
Well, probably should. Yeah.
Listen.
I'm not going to check for traps.
All right. So here's the thing. There doesn't seem to be any locks on it, although you're not entirely sure if it's locked or not locked because there's no handle. There's no mechanism of any kind that you could find. It seems, as far as you can tell, to be a solid block of crystal. Now you can see a seam. It's obviously some sort of doorway, but there's no handle. At least on this side, there's no handle or maneuvering device. Frankly, you're not entirely sure how to make this work.
Oh, there's a really big llama behind you.
So is that a disabled device check to figure out how to open a?
You try it, yeah.
Can I do that after reception, or is?
No, yeah, go ahead. So 23. So honestly, you're not sure if this is a door in the traditional sense. The only thing that you can think of is maybe it works under the same principles as did the portals, which you were able to open. But beyond that, you're not sure.
Touching it doesn't do anything like the portals did.
No, it doesn't change color or anything like that. As far as you know, it is made out of the same crystalline substance that everything on this ship seems to be made of.
Okay, I'll turn around and say this looks like a dead end. I can't get through it. And then watch what everybody else is doing.
All right. Let's jump back upstairs for a moment. The clay guy walks up the stairs and onto the deck in front of you, Snapper. He is obviously moving towards you, but he moves quite slowly. He is armed with a axe with a crystal blade on, a big two-handed axe, and he's moving towards you. And he seems to be paying no heed to the large pool of water that is in between you and him. He's dead. Phineas, the clay guy by you, continues to not do anything. He's just sort of standing guard there in between the two portals. He has not attacked you, even though your voice and musical instrument is clearly audible.
Okay. Let me try a cause. I'm flummoxed.
Maybe take a minute. Solarian, Beltran, you guys can go as well.
I'm going to pause until after the fire shooters go.
Okay.
Move myself down in the initiative order.
Okay. Got it.
So that big guy's not doing anything. The little guy's still shooting at me.
Last turn he tried to shoot at you. And he's still pointing at you, but you're not sure. I mean, you don't know if he's going to shoot it.
He didn't reach last time, but
he didn't reach last time.
And I see Snapper coming towards the stairs.
Yep.
I'm going to yell to Snapper, watch out, there's a big guy down here. And then I'm shooting at that guy.
All right, what are you shooting?
What
are you shooting?
Shooting arrows.
Oh, okay.
Surely you saw that the create water is working.
I hear a song that makes me feel like I can do more damage. I say, yeah, let me see. The water worked really good on the only guy I saw. Oh, wait, he's still there.
Yeah, you didn't see those other ones.
I didn't see the other ones, and all I saw was water fall on one of them, and he kind of shook it off. So, shooting at that guy.
So wait, before you do that, Beltran, let me tell you that this guy over here, you can see his little sparkers are going off. There was a fair amount of steam, and because it leads you to indicate that the little dudes are physically warmed, hot to the touch. There was a fair amount of steam, and you can see its little sparkers are clicking. So it's like it's trying to light up, and it can't.
Oh, okay. If I see that, then yeah, I'll just drop water on this guy.
All right. Create water.
No, just out of spite, I'm going to pee on him.
Ew. Well, that's a much
yellow water.
It's not as big because of the it's 14 gallons for the other one. If you've got 14 gallons on you, that's going to be tough. That's going to be hard. All right, Kasploosh. So what is your DC? Is the same?
No.
It's
15?
a little bit higher.
No. Your stat's higher than mine, I think.
Oh, okay.
For 0 level spells, mine's only 13.
Oh.
Well, he made it. He is still upright, but again, that sort of like swoosh, big thing of steam comes off of him, and he does not seem to his igniters do not seem to be working.
Okay.
All right.
If that's the case, I'm going to drop 10 feet.
So you're going to go down to 30. Okay. Done. Oop. Done. Phineas, what about you?
Is there some kind of knowledge check I can look into in terms of what so they're visually oriented?
They can see. You're not entirely sure how they can see because they don't have eyes in the traditional sense, but apparently the creation process invests them with some sort of visual acuity.
So yeah, I'm trying to dig into what their triggers are, whether it's visual or if I can dig any deeper to get any more info, because I'm just
give me a knowledge. Actually, just you know what? Give me an intelligence check. Roll a d20 and add your intelligence bonus, whatever that may be.
Okay, I'd be better with another kind of check.
Well, this is sort of non-specific. 17. Okay. 16. What I can tell you is it seems to be, at least from your point of view, it seems to be proximity based. There are no creatures that it can see that are close to it right now. So it has taken up a sort of standby mode in between the two portals.
Okay.
Now you look over and you see Snapper about ready to come down those stairs, and your worry is at the moment he comes down those stairs or comes within whatever range is necessary for this thing to go back on alert, might set him off again. He might start fighting again if Snapper comes close to him, if he sees Snapper.
All right, so I reach into my pocket and I pull out a copper and I throw it right behind the golem.
You throw it behind him so it makes noise and that kind of thing?
Right.
Okay. Ting, 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 ting. All right, let me see what he would do. Let me see. Hold on. Let me roll up something real quick. Huh. Okay. So he turns around. Now he's facing away from you, and he begins moving forward towards the copper piece, which is now laying in the water over there. And he's got his axes back out, so he's moving towards it.
Okay.
So that was a standard action for you to pull out that coin and toss it. You have a move action now if you want to move somewhere.
I've got nowhere to move. I'll just keep rocking on.
All right, fire guys, move forward. Solarian, you can see the fire guy on the edge here. It's very small. They're small. They're only about maybe a foot and a half high, but you see him sort of clanking away on the edge of the boat towards those steps. Either he doesn't see you, or he does see you and doesn't care because he's making no overt aggressive moves towards you there in the water.
Okay. Then I will take my turn.
Okay. Excellent. Perfectly good. You can move half your rate.
Yeah, which I'm going to do a full move. So we'll move 10, 20, 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you just swim right by him. He does not pay any attention to you. His tubes just are pointed forward. They don't swivel. They don't look. As far as you can tell, he doesn't even look. Okay.
Right.
And Snap, what do you do? And then we'll go back downstairs.
This is turning into a broken record, but I'm going to. I have to get the key over here. I'm going to cast create water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta wait a minute. Right here.
Okay.
With
at the golem.
Well,
at the clay guy.
yeah, right at. It looks like that. This square would be where the golem's feet are. So and the hope is that whatever, because I don't think I see this guy, but
you would not see him yet.
The hope is that whatever this would create a slick surface, and then the additional water would come down this staircase, and whatever. I mean,
and splash down that way. So that's a good idea. So that it would roll down that way,
right?
So that the next time the fire guy moved, he would be entering a splash area,
right?
Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, hold on a second. Let me draw that real quick. The thing using gravity against them. I respect that. All right, cool. So he's going to have to make a save. It's DC 15. That's a reflex save. Hold on, let me see what his reflex save is. Not great. So it's possible that his narrow ass is going into the drink.
Come on in. The water's fine.
15, he made it. So he stays on his feet. You can see him sort of slipping around. He continues to sort of move towards you. He does not fall off. All right. Okay, so that's Snapper. Now let's go back downstairs into the lower deck. I love how nobody really cares what's happening to their friend. Yeah, I can just see everybody downstairs is just like, I hope they're okay.
We don't know what's going on up there.
All right. Fire elemental materializes over the pit. Can they float?
They can fly, yeah.
They can fly. All right. So he's flying above the pit, and he's like, "Oh, my orders, master," or however they talk. Do you speak the Ignan?
I speak Ignan.
You speak Ignan. Okay.
Of course I do.
So it's like basically it sounds like a fire.
In my crackling voice, I tell him to destroy the plant that's down below.
Destroy the plant. And you hear back from him, yes, master. And he begins to float downwards and disappears. You cannot see his light. You cannot see him. He goes down into the hole, and you don't see him.
Okay.
All right. Lama and Bjorn, what about you guys? What are you guys going to do? So John has said, he's like, I'm flummoxed by this door. I don't know how.
Now, wait. So he does get a full round action. So he
Uh-huh.
moves down there. Can he attack something? Does he see it?
Go ahead and roll an attack roll as if he does, and we'll see what happens. Did you roll an attack roll? That's it.
23.
3. All right. Hold everything. Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll damage. As if it matters. So he gets it's a slam attack. So 4.
Well, yeah, he basically it's a slam attack that just causes a little bit of damage plus burn.
Okay. So tell me about the burn.
If it's a combustible item, it will continue to take damage, 1d4.
1d4 per round. Okay, if it's combustible.
Which plants typically are.
I've been on campouts. They're not always combustible, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, good to know. So let me just... Got it. Okay. All right, cool. You don't know what happened. He's gone.
Right.
As far as you know. All right, Lama and Bjorn.
Are we going to try to figure out a way through this door, or are we trying to go back through the portal?
Lama should care about healing herself.
Well, yeah.
Being raging, she's probably not thinking about the people up top very much. And she's focused on a door that's in the party's way from her perception. So I think Lama would go after the door until she reels herself back.
All right, well, you go ahead and move first then.
All right.
Well, Leonard can give you a potion of healing also, a potion of light.
I'm holding one, but I just don't know that I'm in the frame of mind to...
Yeah, because she's raging.
Drink. Oh, you're still raging. Well, you can turn it off, right? The rage. Yeah. You can turn off the rage.
I can. I'm just going to go for the door and then try and get a hold of myself.
Okay.
So that's just a D20 plus your strength check, right?
You're just going to like slam into the door, see if it opens?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, D20 plus it's a strength check. Oh, 19. All right. So 26. So, John, you step backwards and you say, I don't understand this door. I don't think we can get through it. And Lama, who is raging, is like, well, I made you it. And she runs over there and just sort of like boots it and hits it really hard. And it sort of like moves forward and slides out of the way in response to it. It's not like she broke it down, but hold on a sec, I hit the wrong thing. But she just sort of ran over there and hit it really hard. And because of that, it did something. It moved out of the way.
Go, John.
Yeah, he says never mind.
And I'm going to stop raging after this round.
Oh, what just happened?
I gave Les the burn
stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand why that's... There we go. All
so
right,
it's an additional 1d4, so it's 4 points. So 8 points total.
Okay. So Bjorn, you go through there, and you see. So give me a perception check real quick. 15. So the first thing you notice is that you think that this room is actually a galley, but it's like no galley you've ever seen in any ship that you've ever been on. So let me just give you a little bit of flavor text here. So there's like a crystal grill set into the bulkhead. You can sort of see it over here. It's obviously a grill of some sort with an aperture that looks like it once, like above it, that once provided ventilation, but it's now blocked. That aperture is now blocked with what looks like somebody, like almost like a white crystal champagne cork that's been slid in there. It looks like it's been designed specifically for the purpose of blocking that that ventilation chamber. In these areas over to the north and to the south, these little inset areas, there are hooks and nets embedded in the crystal overhead that are frankly reminiscent of, the hooks are reminiscent of like meat hooks. The nets, you're not sure what they're doing, but they're like attached in different places. So they could be sort of carry-alls or something like that. There is absolutely nothing in them. Nothing on the hooks, nothing in the nets, nothing on the grill, and the ventilation thing for the grill is plugged with a crystal plug. What you do see is over in the next room over, through that little 10-foot hallway, you can see sort of hunkered down behind the corners are two of those cat guys, and they both have their bows at the ready, and as you step through the door, they fire. Okay, so 13. So two little crystalline arrows come fighting you, shooting your way. $15 and 26.
No.
Neither of those hit. Okay, so you get a shield. You use a shield, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you get your shield up and block one. The other one sort of bounces off. The 26 bounces off your spalder and sort of lands on the ground, ting, 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 that kind of thing. Makes a very odd sound. And you can see there are other sets of arms kind of coming to bear with another fully loaded bow as they start pulling other shots away. They're reloading essentially. But they already have ones ready to go because they have two sets of two arms that have bows in them that are shooting.
Okay.
But since they were on op fire, they can only shoot once as you come in.
Right. And I'll as a free action call back to the people in the other room that there are two of those archer cats in here.
All right. I think that's it for this round. Yes. Solarian, you went. Did anybody not go?
I think we all went.
Top of the order. I have to do a couple of rolls. 1 second. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Hold on a second. I wonder what. I guess he's probably not going to do that. He's going to do those though. Definitely. 1, 2. All right. What is the armor class of the fire elemental?
The armor class of the fire elemental is 15.
15. Okay, that will be 6 hits. 26 plus 4. All right. 64 plus 8 plus 12. 674 plus 18. All right, we're just going to combine all of it in one. $35 points of damage. Is that going to, that will kill him? Okay, I thought it might. Let me just do that because it will take damage doing that damage. 2.5. Okay.
Now the burn lasts for 1d4 rounds.
Right.
You want me to roll how long that lasts?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I've already added in 3 rounds. Okay. I've already added it in. Do the damage to whatever it ran into. Now you as the summoning creature would know that it's gone. All right, so that's him. It's their turn. And they are going to fire. Okay, so they're going, so he's going to do that, put that out. And then these guys are going to fire at Bjorn. It was 13, yeah. Okay. So 3, 4. Ooh, so does 25 hit you?
No.
All right, so 2 natty 20s. Let me roll to confirm. A 31 for the first and a 19 for the second. So 1 hit and 1 potential crit. 31 hit you?
He doesn't want to say.
He doesn't want to say. I'm going to take that as a yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute and I didn't know it. Yes, my armor class is 31.
Okay.
2 hits, one of them's a crit, the other one's not.
Okay, so the first hit with the arrow. Let me get that out of the way there. D6 plus 3. Okay. So it's going to do. The arrow itself does 6 points of damage, but I need you to make a fortitude save.
16.
16. You avoid the effects of the poison that was on the thing, but you do start to feel just almost like a little wave of sleepiness come over you. You sort of shrug it off, but you suspect that poison, among other things, makes you sleepy. As far as the crits, momentum, max damage, bonus damage, and you gain a +3 on all your attack rolls until the end of your next round. Wait, that doesn't make. Never mind. That's a crit. Never mind. Never mind. Mix it up. You are unable to make ranged attacks for the next D6 rounds. So it hits you in your hand. Double damage. So let's go ahead and roll that.
I thought it was maxed out. Oh, that was the other one.
I hit the wrong button.
Nice.
I hit the crit instead of the fumble. So 14 points of damage. I will need another fortitude save. 17 made it. So you're avoiding those. Your hardy elfin constitution is keeping you from falling asleep on the floor. But you do take 14 points of damage, and you cannot, and hit you in the hand. So you cannot. You know that you would not be able to draw a bow for the next 4 rounds.
Okay.
As fumbles go, or as crits go, that's really late. All right, go ahead. All right, so that was those guys. Heil.
Do we know? Can we see him?
Leonard, should we go up and see what happened while everybody else isn't following us, or you think we're okay at doing what we're doing?
I'm okay with going and seeing everyone because they haven't joined us. I thought they'd be joining us by now.
Well, it's only been about 30 seconds. 40 seconds, maybe.
And now we're facing down 2 archer cats, and you want to go back.
Bjorn, give me
let's get rid of the archer cats.
Bjorn, give me a quick perception check, would you? Okay. Never mind. You're fine.
I perceived that hurt.
That hurt. Yeah, you were like, ow!
Kill the archer cats. I've got something else for the plant below.
All right, John Heil, you are up. Suspense is killing me.
That's phasing in and out like the other ones were.
So you're going to run through there. So do you have all of the... Hold on. You have dark vision, yeah?
Yep.
60?
Yes.
All right. There you go, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to run to there, and then I'm going to do an attack with bite.
You try bite one of them?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a claw because I get extra bleed damage, so I'm going to try a claw.
Okay. Are you close enough?
Yeah, I got reach.
You have reach? Awesome. Okay.
My bite and my claws, they both have reach on them, as the Eidolon has reach.
Oh, so it sort of like stretches out.
Yeah, it's an evolution that I took for all of them. So basically,
Very cool. All right. So which? I'm assuming you're going to this one right here.
Yep. Want to hit it?
20. Oh, shoot. Let me check. No, 20 is not going to be enough. You almost got him though.
Okay.
He dodges out of the way at the last minute. They're very nimble. These little cat guys.
Right.
But close. All right. So that's you.
Bjorn, did you tell us anything about your encounter, or did you?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you tell us anything about your encounter, like what they're shooting at you or anything, or?
Well, I mentioned that they were archers, just like the cat that we encountered a minute ago.
Okay. All right.
I think one of them is the cat we encountered a minute ago because that emblem on him.
most likely, but.
All right. This one. All right. So these guys do a couple of things. First, the one moving towards you, Snapper, begins to move out of. Oh, stop it. All right. It's just being a little weenus there. Oh, I see why the problem is, because I'm the DM and I'm on the wrong fucking screen. Hold on a second. There we go. So he begins to move. He continues to move closer to you, but in this case, he has to again roll the saving throw against DC 15, if I believe is correct, to avoid the effects of the water. Oh, natty one. So he's moving to you. He has his axe up, begins bringing it up, and you see his feet just start to kind of go. They sort of slipping around underneath him. He does a couple of spins and then sploosh into the drink. He falls into the water.
And the Russian judge gives him an 8.
An 8 for the cannonball-like splash. This one moves forward towards the coin on the ground, which it's looking down at the coin, but it also enters the splash of water. So he has to roll. And he rolls a 9. So he's not close enough to the edge to fall over the edge, but he falls down in a big heap right there next to the fire guy.
Did this guy fall off the boat?
He did.
You're doing well on those.
You are doing well on that. All right, so that's those guys. In between them and the fire guys is Beltran and Phineas. So Beltran, you're 30 feet in the air. This guy the fire guy did not shoot at you last time. Phineas, your coin gaff seems to have worked pretty good because the guy turned around, walked over there, and fell right on his ass. He's down on the ground, prone, in a puddle of water next to the fire dude.
Well,
that fire dude's looking right at you too.
Good.
Or no, he's not. He's looking at Beltran.
I'm going to throw a copper off the side of the ship.
Okay, so you take another copper and you throw it past this guy on the side of the ship, so it's like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. All right, so he's prone, but let me roll for that guy. I gotta check something. Hold on a second. I gotta check their intelligence checks. Hold everything.
We already know it's low.
Well, his is non-existent. I'm checking. So that creature has no intelligence either. So I'm just gonna do a raw roll and see what happens. Okay. You see so that other one goes sliding through the water and off the side. And you hear as it hits the other side. The fire guy, this guy seems he's like kind of like crawling around. He's trying to get back up on the thing. You're not even sure he saw it. The fire creature did see it and is now looking over there as well and sort of looking off into the water, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything else other than that. It's not trying to follow it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure. I'm certainly not going to tell you what I was going to tell you.
Oh, yes, you will.
Not on the water, not. Beltran. Oh, you still have so Phineas, you can still move. That was a standard action to grab and throw that copper piece. By the way, don't forget to take out those coppers from your treasure. Your personal treasure.
I will. Good gravy. I'm done. I just keep singing. Keep on rocking in the free world.
You got it. All right. So, Beltran, what about you?
I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay, with an arrow?
Yeah, with several of them.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm going to shoot until he drops or gets knocked off and then stop. So.
Okay, so you're going to try and angle those arrows, so you're going to try and, like, knock him off, maybe?
No, I'm just going to shoot him. But
okay.
I'm just saying I'm firing 3 arrows. If, like, arrow number 1 or 2 takes him out, then I'm not going to continue firing arrows.
Gotcha. Okay. Go for it.
And actually, those are all +1 for Bless. And am I still getting the +2 from Phineas?
Yeah, Inspire
Courage, yeah.
Okay, so add 3 to all those.
So 15, 19, and 14?
Yeah.
All 3 of those miss, and what's worse, all 3 of those arrows go off into the water. But you missed them all 3 times.
Okay.
All right. A lot of high rolls this game today. I'm really liking it. All right, Fire Guys. He's standing up and turning, so he has to make another reflex save. Now, that reflex save over there is a 13, because this one over here is the one you did, right?
That's
Beltran?
No, that's one I did.
That's one you did. Okay, so 15 DC. Hold on a second. He did not make it. So as he's spinning around looking at this, coin.
Golem crashing into him.
Yeah, the guy, he's looking at the coin, and he falls on his ass. Actually, since he is right next to the thing, bloop, he goes off into the drain. Because he's right next to it. So he falls down, slips a little bit, and sploosh, off he goes into the water. But the golem is still there. Okay? So he does that. What's other fire guys? Oh, they're coming. So this guy comes. Stop it. He's trotting up those steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets to the top of the steps and kind of like looking around. This guy hits this little patch here. Grease rules kick in. He has a saving throw. Let's see if he stays on the boat. He does not stay on the boat. So he hits there, slips a couple.
I better be getting some extra EPs.
Yeah, there you go, Don.
He goes off the side too. All right, Snapper.
Go Snapper.
Now, you see this guy. He comes up the stairs. He spots you and immediately becomes crossing that diagonal. Here's the thing, though. That diagonal does not necessarily intersect any water spots. And he will be in range next round to spray you. After a single move, he will be able to spray you with fire. Okay.
Do I see him or?
Oh yeah, you definitely see him. He's like ting, 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 crawling right across the things. All right, so upper deck.
Did I get to go?
It's your turn now. Snapper and Solarian.
Well, I was going to do one thing, but now I'm having too much luck with this. I'm gonna hit this guy with a create water. That's within range.
Okay, he's not close enough to go off. He's not close enough to the edge to go off.
That's all right. I can them falling off is icing on the cake. Them not being able to fire me with fireballs at me.
Yeah, fire their main weapon. So water again hiss and pop and as the steam comes off of there. He has to roll to stay upright now. Hold on a second. And he does not. So he falls on kind of like and just falls down at the top of those stairs. Okay.
Can I move after that?
Yeah, you can.
I'm just going to go, I guess, down the stairs.
Okay.
And
say anything to him?
huh?
I'm asking Phineas if he says anything to you as he sees you come down the
Well,
stairs.
let me just say, from the vantage point at the top of the stairs, do I see this guy and his predicament?
Yes, you do.
Then I am probably going to stay where I am. Then I guess my next thing, he's within range. So
within range of what? Never mind. I
I'll
don't want
let
to know.
you
I want
know
to
when
be
it comes
surprised.
back to my turn. I might not be able to do it.
Solarian, what are you doing?
Swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep.
Swim check is good. Go ahead and roll your or not roll, but I mean move your swim check. So this is quite. You're finding this to be quite refreshing, but you're also quite soaked. All right. All right. So let's go downstairs. Our friends down in the basement. Bjorn has notified everybody that these little jackasses cats are back, and they're shooting arrows at him. What? So up next is Leonard,
Bjorn.
Lama, and Bjorn. What do you guys
What
do?
tall's the ceiling in this room?
It's actually quite tall, probably close to 14, 15 feet.
Okay.
I have a quick question for the rules lawyers.
Okay.
If you move and go total defense, do you still get an attack of opportunity if someone elicits one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I am going to move here and specifically block this up because Llama has reach and John Hyle has reach. And then I'm going to go total defense.
Total defense. That adds +4 to your AC, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. So the bulwark, he's going full Hodor in this case.
Hodor.
All right. All right. So he does
No
have
passage.
Lama, what do you do? Lama and Leonard.
Did anyone see Saturday Night Live last night?
I did not.
No.
The guy that plays Aquaman was the host.
Oh, it's a repeat. I saw that one before.
Yeah, they did a Hodor thing.
Yes.
It was
Like
hilarious.
Hodor?
Hodor! Oh, don't go. I'll get the door. Okay.
Les?
Yep.
I cast Fireball 15 feet below this opening.
Okay. So you just cast it. All right. So you're going to cast Fireball. Okay. So what is the reflex save?
29. $37.
We'll go with that.
What is the DC?
I'm getting there. Hold on.
48.
I need to know. Let me check theirs too.
17.
Better. 17. All right. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. That's not what I expected, but sure. How much damage?
24.
4. All right. Hold on just a second.
Coming back up to the floor for a repeated appearance.
Okay. So give me, actually, Lama and Leonard, give me a perception check.
This is like entertainment show. Yeah. I'm just giggling and excited that there's fiery stuff happening to that bastard down there. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on. So hold on. Let me give you a little. Just put a little light on here. All right. So Leonard, you you cast your spell, and the little sort of softball-sized kernel of fire goes shooting out and kind of punches down, and then disappears. You can't see it now. You know that there's some sort of explosion coming, and you can sort of like barely feel it. You could feel sort of the concussive effect of the fireball.
Well, you should see some flames shooting straight up out of that hole.
You do not.
Wow.
No flames coming out of that hole. What you do is you hear a sort of squealing noise, like yeah. It's very eerie and very weird.
Okay.
Mama's gonna say, "Do it again, Leonard. Do it again."
And it stops pretty quickly. But you hear it's like a squealing noise. It's not something you've heard before. And there is a little bit of smoke coming out of the hole now.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Lama, bottom of the order.
Well, I was gonna unrage, but
Nah, go kill those guys.
I'm thinking I might. But first, I'm gonna quaff a potion. It's a 3d8 plus what, Les? You gave us Cure Serious at 1.
Oh, 3d8 plus 6, I believe.
And then I just have a move action, I'm assuming, after that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, standard action to quaff. 22 points back. Very nice.
And what's this right here?
That's the grill.
Plugged up grill.
Oh. That bothers me. Well, it doesn't bother Llama, it bothers me. Okay. Let's move Llama in. I guess I'm just going to move up to the corner north of John Heil.
Okay.
Go 5 foot back.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right. Beautiful. All right. Top of the order. Okay. He is... Well, he's unhappy. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, he's a plant with women parts.
With women parts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's gonna go there. Okay. John Heil.
I'm going to do a full attack on the same one I did before.
Okay. I hear a dog in the background somewhere.
Dale.
Ooh, all right. So the 23 will hit. Oh, how many attacks do you get, dude?
No, it wasn't 12.
1 bite and 2 claws, but that was to confirm the crit.
Which one was to confirm?
The last one.
The 26. All right. So the 23 is a hit. So that's 1 claw. And was the first attack a bite or a claw?
Okay.
The bite was 27, so that was the critical.
Okay. That is a confirmed crit. So you crit bit it.
Crit bit it.
You crit bit it. All right. So, and that's with a natural attack. It's a bite. All right.
I do have it's magical +1. I've got the feat. What's it called? Hang on a second. It's not a feat, actually. It's a item thing. Right? Oh, no, it's a magic item.
Okay.
Amulet of Mighty Fists, +1.
Okay, cool. All right, so the critical is, it says, Expert Strike. You deal max damage and gain a +4 bonus to your AC until the end of your next turn.
Cool.
So +4 to AC and max damage doubled. So what is the total damage of what is the max damage of your bite?
10.
10. So 20 points of bite damage as you snack down on this guy. And then how much claw damage you do?
I do, this is the claw, so 9.
Max damage on that too.
Yeah, and then that's bleed damage.
And all right, so you hit it for, and it's got, and so the 3 is bleed.
Right.
It staggers backward. It is so. Oops, that's not that much. Hold on. So it staggers backwards a little bit into this sort of like into this like shelving kind of area. You bite it and the taste is just horrifying. So you unbite it really quickly. This little creature, it's sort of like, it kind of like shudders backward. It's gushing this weird kind of blue-green fluid, which you assume is its blood. But you like spit a couple of times to get this taste out of your mouth. It's absolutely foul. But it is in a bad way, and it is bleeding profusely. And it seems to have it begins to sort of, and Bjorn, you'd see this too. It starts to like flicker. So the creature starts to like sort of become translucent and then not translucent, and it's kind of like clawing at its where it was bitten, and that kind of stuff. It seems very disconcerted, and looks like it's having trouble staying corporeal. Having trouble, or it's under so much stress that it's flipping in and out of corporealness as it's trying, because it's so grievously damaged. Okay, so that's Heil. Let's see. Let's run upstairs real quick. Do we have any clay dudes left? We have one clay dude left on the top floor. He is going to try and get up and stand. So he has to roll his reflex save to try and stand up. He does manage to stand up in this water, although it's still quite slippery. And he takes a ginger step back towards the portals. So technically he is out of the water right now, but he's back up on his feet. Beltran and Phineas, you guys are up. Phineas, you see this guy back on his feet. He seems to be moving out of the water away from the edge. But again, you don't think that he can see anybody. Well, let me give him a perception. What's his perception? Let's see if he sees Snapper up at the top there. Perception is +0, so classically great perception. He does not see Snapper, but he still sees Beltran. He knew where Beltran was, so he's looking at Beltran. And now it's your guys' turn. Phineas, Beltran, what do you guys do? So Beltran, you just pitched a bunch of arrows at that one fire creature and missed every single one and lost those arrows.
Right.
Because they went into the ocean.
Does that guy look like he's still having issues with the fire cannons, or does that look like he's starting to make headway?
Like, is he getting some sparks?
Yeah.
He's not getting any sparks.
Okay. Since he didn't let us do anything, I'm going to switch targets and switch to the big guy.
All right, so you're going to fire arrows at him?
Yeah.
I just gave the other last for food for today, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Do what?
All right.
Just gave Dale food. All right, go ahead and fire those arrows, big
You guys
man.
are not babe.
All right.
Add 3 to all those.
Add 3? Why would I add 3?
Bless and Inspire
Bless
Courage.
And Inspire Courage, yeah.
2 hits. The last 2 hit. The 25 and the 21 will hit for 19.
I'd actually, this Inspire Courage has 2 to damage, right?
Yes.
So add 2 to each one of those damages, too.
So another 4. So 19 plus 4 is 23. Very nice. The arrows go thudding into him. Chunk, chunk. And he kind of looks down and he looks up at you. I mean, again, he doesn't, he's just like, you see him, he's looking at his sword, and it looks like he may throw it next time at you.
Okay.
But he's definitely looking at you. All right, Phineas. Just going to run forward and try and push this guy off. Bull
I'm
rush
too
him.
slight for that.
You will be visible then.
Do like a slide tackle. like you do it as Goths in Scotland.
Well, I'm not a soccer player.
Oh, I meant snapper. Slide tackle snapper.
Slide tackle snapper. That's exactly what I do. So he's made out of clay, right?
Yeah. He's heavy. He's got a lot of mass. I mean, you could feel it when this guy fell a minute ago. You felt the reverberations in the deck.
So all we need to do is heat him up and turn him into porcelain.
There you go, and then just smack him.
Yeah. But I don't have any I don't have any hot spells or hot flashes.
All right.
Jennifer?
The slide tackle sounds like the right thing then.
Then that's exactly what I do. I've got nothing.
All right. Well, I mean, of course you're invisible. If you, is it greater invisibility?
It's just invisibility.
Okay. You haven't done any offensive actions.
Well,
Right, he has not.
He has not.
Few choice words.
Okay. All right. So you're just gonna stay there.
And sing. I don't know. I could shoot at him, but
Yeah, well, singing's helping. I mean, you just gave Beltran an extra 4 points of damage on the dude. So.
all right. And now
That's all
I'm
you.
opening for requests. So
Okay.
Freebird.
so I start singing Freebird, and that's it.
In a very inspiring way.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
For a little bit.
So nice. He carries with him a portable sound box.
All right, so it's the fire guys. So these two guys up here on the top are going to try and stand up. Get back on their feet again. Yes and no. So this guy manages to get on his feet, but he's still clicking off sparks. He can't get anything lit. So he may move next time, but he's not doing anything important. So all right, and then I think that's it. Are we out of him? Oh, this one, he's on his feet. He's going to fire at you, Beltran. He points his things at you, and you see him sort of take aim, and then nothing. Can't shoot. He's still out of juice.
And then saving throw.
Oh, he has to do a saving throw. He does. Yeah, you're right.
That's the lower one.
Okay, so that would be the 13.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it can do here. Made it. So he's still on his feet. And he's going to capitalize on... no, he can't. You don't have to. All right, so he's done. Solarian and Snapper while we're still up here, and then we'll go back downstairs.
Go ahead, Snap.
Well, because this guy stood up, I can't do what I wanted to do, so I'm going to hit him with another create water right there.
Okay. So he's not close enough to the edge. You're not going to be able to send him out.
I got another plan for that, but so far.
All right. Copy. Paste. Spoosh. All right. A reflex save to stay upright. He does
Epic fail.
Boom. He goes back down. Kabloosh. Right in the middle of all this water. He is back down. Solarian.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Okay. Do it. Move your swim.
Do I have to go all the way around these little spiky things, or can I swim under them?
They go well beneath the surface, so yeah, you would have to go around them.
Okay. There you go.
All right, cool. All right, let's go see.
The best rolls of the night have been the guy swimming.
Yeah, he's been killing it. All right, let's go see what's happening downstairs. All right, Leonard, Bjorn, Lama, what are you guys gonna do? Bjorn, that one cat is messed up. Whatever John Heil did to him, whatever this like weird fox creature that inhabits him did, he bit the shit out of that creature and then clawed it, and now it's staggered back. It's squirting out this blue-green fluid, which you suspect might be blood, but it's hurt. The other one is drawing a bead on you to fire.
Okay, am I far enough up that Lama can get into position to hit with reach, or do I need to make a 5-foot step?
Get to the one in the bottom, probably, with a 5-foot step.
Okay, so if I do a 5-foot step to here,
Yeah.
well, let me hold on, because I'm still trying to be the bulwark in the middle. Then that would allow Llama to get in.
It would.
Okay, then I'm going to do a 5-foot step here and total defense.
Okay. Okay. Now, 5-foot step. No total defense. All right. Llama Leonard.
Using my bonded item, I am casting one more fireball, same spot.
Okay. Another one. Just like. So, what's your bonded item?
My ring. I have a ring.
Your ring. So you take your ring and you put it out there, and the fireball is like back down again. All right. I gotta roll my reflex saves again, don't I? Hold on a second. Okay. Is that the damage?
That's the damage.
Oh, did not make it. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. No screaming this time. No hissing or mewling.
Leonard doesn't notice this, but I do. There's only one save this time.
So are we going to eventually get to the bottom of the ship and find barbecue?
I don't know. Maybe.
Roasted eggplant.
Maybe. All right, Lama, what do you do? Leonard, you going to move at all?
No.
Okay. Lama.
Good thing she's enraged because she's really a huge, big, easy to hit target for these arrows. So she'll just journey on. John, can I get around him?
You can get next to him. Yeah, you can get around him. But if in your enlarged state, if you have to inhabit the same sort of region, the squeeze rules are going to come into effect. So if you step forward there, you're going to have squeeze rules. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what squeeze does. It affects a couple of things.
It's like a -4, isn't it?
It is. Hold on. Combat. Here we go. Squeezing.
You haven't gone yet, have you? Oh, you did. Yeah, you did. Did you do the crit bit last time?
-4 in attack, -4 in AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need another minus on my AC or I'm going to be asleep.
I don't know.
All right, so you're going to stay back there. Can you hit anything from there?
Well, I've got reach, but I don't know.
You've got a 10-foot reach, right?
Right. It's more than 10.
It's more than 10.
Did I need to move further? I was under the impression that this was far enough for her to get in. And
John Hile's in the way.
Hile's in the way. It's not you. It's
Not you,
John.
it's Kyle.
Ah, okay.
In his defense, he just critted the shit out of one of these things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
All right, so what are you going to do?
Isn't he next after you?
Well, the next round. I've already went this round.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I don't know. I've got no reach weapons. I've got no range weapons. I'm kind of stuck.
Just intimidate it.
Can I see this grill, this vent that's been closed?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see
Absolutely,
that?
you're standing right next to it.
I mean, would I recognize that as odd or like contrived? Does it look
It's strange. I mean, the grill itself is not all. I mean, it's odd because it's made of the same crystal. So whatever cooking was done on here, apparently it uses the grill is made of the same material that the boat is made out of. So it must be very hard. So I mean, it's familiar to you. I mean, and most grills that you've seen, especially grills that are inside, have this ventilation shaft or some sort of hood that captures the.
So it's all just basically fake. It's just like the design of a ship, but it's just non-functional. Is all.
Well, in this case, there's a functional thing there. It's obvious that this is a way for the smoke to get out, but it has this like crystal plug in it that's sort of like it's just blocked off, like no one is using it.
All right. Well, while I'm thrashing around, I guess, and waiting for John to move, I'm just going to grab the crystal plug and try and pull it out.
You're going to try and pull it out. Okay. Go ahead and do a strength check. And remember that you are enlarged, and your strength is subsequently enlarged as well.
What I guess.
$23. So you, I mean, do you put your sword down for a second?
No, I'll just use my. Does that have to be my sword hand?
Well, I mean, it's really sort of a both hands operation. The hood itself is probably 5 feet across. So if you wanted to pull that plug out of there, I mean, you would need both hands.
I don't know if she'd put her sword down. I don't think that's appropriate. What if she whacked at it with the sword?
Could do that. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't think she would put her sword down. She's just frustrated and sees something strange and can't do what she wants to do. Doesn't like the boat. Doesn't like the
19. Yeah, you hit it. And it's just like, I mean, you know, it's like when you're a kid, you take a baseball bat and you hit something like a metal pole or something hard, and you get that vibrations in your hand. You hit it with your sword, and you're angry. You're like, ah! And you just clonk into it, and you could feel it clock into that all the way down your arms. It's just like, you're not sure that you moved it, but you did manage to put like a little chip in it, like a little chip of that crystal sort of chunked out of it, maybe about the size of a half a baseball.
All right.
And it landed on the grill.
Yeah. Okay. There's other stuff. I was like,
Okay. Leonard went. Bjorn went. I think that's it for downstairs. All right. Let's start again. What do they? There's nothing he could do. He can't really do much except for that. So he's going to do that. So that's that. They're going to, okay, so they're going to do that. He's going back there. All right, so okay. All right. This one next to you, Bjorn, is going to shoot at you with both of its bows. So 2 arrows at sort of like point blank range. It does have point blank shot, by the way. So that. 13. Okay. 20. First shot 29. Second 27. Now you're on full defense, so I don't know what your AC is. And either of those hit?
No, they don't.
All right, so you're hunched down, you got your shield up, and this thing is like twing, twing, and you're like bing, bing, and you just knock those arrows just right out of the air.
And because it's a ranged weapon, I get an attack of opportunity, correct?
You do. He took a 5-foot step back to try and get away with you so he could get a little range, but it wasn't close enough. So you would get an attack of opportunity.
So
19. Any bonuses 20? On those?
Yeah, it would be 20, and it's only the first attack. I just used it because I only get 1.
20.
If you're on totally defense, you cannot attack.
Attack of opportunity.
You still get attacks of opportunity.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yep. So a 20 will miss. So it just barely passes over the creature's head. It sort of ducks down. This one retreats several feet away.
Plus that gets bleed damage. Start of its turn.
It's bleed damage at the start of its turn, and the bleed was 3. So it does a couple of things. It's sort of so I don't know. John, give me a John Heil, give me a perception check. Bjorn, you would see this automatically. Okay, you don't see it, but Bjorn, you see this creature sort of like staggers backwards quite a bit, and then it sort of flops around and falls to the ground in sort of a heap. and stops moving. You think it might be dead. There's a pretty substantial pool of this very sort of algae-colored blood sort of pooling around it. It continues to like flicker in and out of corporeality. And one thing you do see is that this guy back here did not shoot. He's beginning to fade out. He looks like he's becoming incorporeal. Okay. This one is continuing to fight, and he's redrawing his arrows. He looks like he's going to continue to fight. But this one, it looks like he's backing out, and this one may be dead. But it's doing this weird flicker thing. Like sometimes it's corporeal, sometimes it's not. It's kind of like it's lost control of its ability to maintain planar anchoring.
Doug, you were correct.
You can't make attack of opportunity, so it's okay that you missed. All right, thank
you,
Heil. John Heil, running through there to get into flanking position. I'm assuming that you're taking a sort of roundabout way so you don't pass through a threatened square.
Sure, that's a great assumption.
Okay, so going through that you could. So where are you going? Are you going?
It sound like Gordon.
What?
Now, are you going to flank the guy, or are you going to the dead guy or the down guy?
Oh well, I guess I would have to flank. I'd have to go farther down, wouldn't I? All right, so I'm gonna go there to there to there.
Okay.
To there to there.
Got it. Big roundabout circle to get into flanking position for Bjorn.
Yep.
Or for yourself.
Or Llama if she steps up.
Yeah. Good point. All right, and you have reach, so are you going to? Do you get a single attack? All right, yeah, that's gonna miss. Yeah, it misses. Okay. Hold on a second.
What about the
I'm the first.
Yeah, Llama, you'd have to move 10 feet, so you only get one attack next time.
All right, that was John Heil. Clay guy, let's go up to the top again. Let's take a look at what he's up to. He is flat on his butt, thanks to Snap. He's going to try and get up. So he is going to. He will be able to get up, so he gets back on his feet. You have to admire this guy's diligence. I certainly do. He's back on his feet, but that's as much as he could do. He begins sort of slipping forward towards the general region of the other side, but he's still very much within the water. Up next, Beltran and Phineas.
Still no luck from the little guys relighting their stuff?
They do not seem to be able to fire.
Okay.
Let me just say this. No fire guy who has been doused in water has as yet been able to fire their main weapon.
Okay. Then I'm going to keep shooting at the big guy.
Okay. So you put a few more arrows in that dude. All right.
Add 3 to all those.
Add 3. Hold on a second. So 22, 17, and 27. 22 and 27 will hit. So that is 20 points of damage plus any bonuses due to
each damage.
And so 24 total as 2 more arrows go wicking into this guy. Shunk, shunk, from up above. Boys, we're running out of time. Phineas, what about you?
Right. I'm still open.
Doing that. You're doing that.
All right. So you're still doing Inspire Courage, but are you going to do anything else?
No. But I'm open to whatever. I'm open for business.
Okay.
I'm open for business.
Beautiful. All right. Fire guys. So they're still clicking away. So the one guy's going to try and get up. Hold on a second. Makes it. He gets up. So he's going to be back on his feet. It's nice to have all my creatures back up. The guy next to him is going to try and walk towards Snapper, and he falls back down. Sploosh. And then the one over here is going to try and fire again. It doesn't work, but he has to roll. He makes it, so he's still on his feet. And it's just clicking away at you, Beltran. And honestly, you're a little nervous because when that thing comes back online, you're right there. And he looks like trouble. All right, so while we're up on deck, Snapper and Solarian, I'm assuming you are going to do that thing that you like to do, which is the Michael Phelps. The Phelps.
Keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Keep swimming. All right, he's swimming back around. He's doing a lap around the whole boat. Where are you at now? Let's go take a look. Did you move yet? Let's see where you are. You're way back there. Okay. All right. So only a couple more rounds. You'll be by the thing. So great.
He'll get full XPs for all the things we kill.
He will. Yeah, absolutely. He will.
Somehow I doubt that.
Snappy A. What about you?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn. Yeah.
So that guy's back on his feet. He got back to his feet.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm gonna drop another create water right here.
Okay.
With the intent of seeing if I can wash this guy off the side and put this guy back down.
All right. So right in there. So it's like sort of in the middle of them. Got it. All right. So a couple of more. All right. So the left side guy, the guy who's standing, makes his save, right? 15, right?
Yes.
The guy who's on the ground does not. Sploosh. He gets blown out into the ocean and disappears. All right, very well done, Snapper. All right, let's take a ride downstairs, see what's happening down there. Usual suspects causing the usual problems. Hold on, let me fix the map here. All right, below decks, lots going on. Lama, Leonard, and Bjorn. What do you guys do?
Lama, you can go first.
Time to kill. Time to kill, Lama.
Because you can get in and attack and get flanking.
Well, I feel like the rage is upon you. Lemon just sort of sneaks into the galley.
I'll make myself a sandwich. Get in there and make me a sandwich, woman.
I get out a potion of Cure Light Wounds. I don't hand it to her yet, but I have it out.
Okay. Lamba moves forward into attack position.
Yes!
24 will hit. And how many points of damage? 21 points of damage. This one, so you lash at this thing with your sword, and it does. I mean, you put a big gash across it as it's trying to reload its bows to shoot at Bjorn again. And again, it has this sort of like algae color, this blue-green blood that comes squirting out as you hit it. And it's sort of like, it looks at you and it's just like these weird spidery eyes sort of look at you in this alien fashion of like, what, and it seems confused, but also very much injured. What about you, Bjorna?
All right, I'm going to do a full attack on that remaining cat.
All right, so you to jump to the attack. Oh,
28 and 24.
28 and 24. Both of those are hits. So
25 points.
25 points of damage. You come up out of your defensive crouch and you just come slashing away. Get it, catch it unawares as it's looking towards Lama, and you cut deep into its abdomen, spilling its alien guts all over the floor, and it goes down. It starts to do that thing, the same thing that the other one is doing, where it begins to sort of flicker and fade, and it's like it can't retain its its planar anchor. Like it's trying to switch back and forth from planes and can't stop itself. But it does not seem to be moving, and it drops both of its little crystal bows on the floor. Leonard.
I moved and got a potion out, but I didn't use it.
All right, so you've got a potion out. All right, so that's the bottom of that order. You guys talk amongst yourselves. We'll start at the top of the order in a minute. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Let's go ahead and do our turn while he's gone.
Yeah, really. Yeah. We'll just get some rolling in.
That was a berm there, Chuck. First one of the night.
First one in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll the hit. Oh, yeah, 23 plus 20.
Chuck, are you there?
Oh, for crying out loud.
At least you're getting them out of the way.
You need the plus 20.
No kidding.
And then an 8.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's terrible. I'm just going to stop that right now.
Chuck, are you there? Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Chuck's probably muted.
You know how Chuck is.
It can be like that.
Oh, Doug, man.
What?
I just rolled a 30 also with the plus 20.
What are you guys rolling plus 20s for?
Oh,
to see if we can hit things. If we
Okay. All right.
And, of course, you can see by those past rolls, I did not.
Okay. This guy disappears. He goes fully disappears and goes incorporeal. Let's go ahead and do that. So that. John Heil. Now, right now, you guys don't see down in below decks. All you see are two of these dead creatures, which seems to be having trouble. I mean, they seem to be fading in and out of corporeality, but they look quite dead. They're not moving. They're not breathing in any way. Their eyes are sort of shut or open and sort of glassy, and there is an awful lot of blue-green blood on the floor. So what do you do, John?
Wipe where the creature was at, see if it's there.
You do not. Well, give me a perception check. $24. You do not see the creature, detect him anyway. You're not sure where he went, but you're pretty sure he's not here. One thing you do see, though, is on that wall right here, there is a large glyph of some sort, very large, and it looks like it has, and it's frankly very strange looking, but it looks like it has a 3-fingered hand as one of the integral runes of the glyph. It looks like a 3-fingered hand as part of the glyph. And it's large, probably the size of a salad plate. Maybe life size.
I'll call for
It's
Leonard.
a big salad.
All right, so you call Leonard. What do you say to him? Leonard!
Tell him there's another glyph here. See if he can figure out what it is.
All right.
Be there in a minute.
Okay. We'll run back upstairs for a second. Let's see what the clay guy is up to. Oh, he's on his feet. He's surrounded in water, and he is going to try and walk towards Beltran, which will prompt him to make a reflex save. He will not make. He gets about a step further and falls again right on his ass. So he is prone again. Boom. He does that. Next up, Beltran and Phineas. So you got a prone guy here. That's going to hurt you from the point of view of archery. Although he's pretty big.
It still sucks. I think I'm going to shoot at the little guy.
Okay. You gonna shoot for effect, or are you gonna shoot for damage? And by shoot for effect, I mean, are you gonna try and knock him off into the water, like with your arrows, as opposed to try and damage him?
How would I try that, or what would
aim for his legs, that kind of thing? Can you do anything like that, or 30 feet away? I guess you just gotta hope for the best.
Well, I moved down to 30 because I've got precise shot and I got point blank shot, so
okay.
I can do more at 30 feet than I can.
I'll ask you a question. Do you have any blunt arrows?
I do.
If you were, so you think that maybe if you were to hit him with 1 or 2 blunt arrows, that might push him far enough. I mean, it would certainly prompt him to have to make a saving throw in the water.
Okay. I'm going to start shooting blunt arrows at that guy then.
Okay. Go for it, dude.
Or not.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. All right. So you got 2 potential fumbles there.
Well,
one.
After the first one, it stopped. So.
All right. So let's have a confirmation of the first one. 29. So not a fumble, but definitely a miss. And you stop shooting. That blunt arrow goes into the ocean.
Okay.
Bloosh. So remember, that's 4 arrows that you have subsequently lost.
Yes, but he does get experience point for the fish he just killed.
Yes.
he knocked a fish
because it was a blunt arrow.
It was a blunt arrow, so he did non-lethal damage. He just bonked it. All right, Phineas. This has been hard, man. You can continue to sing.
Would you still remember me? That was the perfect lyrics to end up with.
I don't know, Phineas. What can you do?
I throw the rock in my shoe over the head of the golem.
Okay, to try and distract him again?
Yeah, see if I can get him to roll over into the big drink.
Well, he's still a fair amount away from there, but it's possible, I guess. I don't know if he would. So here's the thing. One thing you remember is that so this is from the fire creature, not so much from the golem, but you do remember that when you threw the copper piece and you threw it over the side, it watched it and looked over the side, but it did not go in after it. So if these are sort of like boat defense, probably a pretty substantial part of their orders is not to go over the side. And you will, I mean, I don't know if you would know this, but Solarian will tell you later that they didn't pay any attention to him when he was swimming right up next to the ship.
All right, so I try to throw the rock in my shoe to land right on the edge, not into the water, but right on the edge of the ship.
Do a ranged attack roll, just like a splash.
Okay.
Like a grenade. And I'll do a sort of.
So
Okay. Okay, so yeah, a 5 is not great. So that rock
was that supposed to be a D20 or?
Oh yeah, what did you roll? Oh, D8. Yeah, no, D20, ranged attack roll, like you were attacking somebody with a bow.
Okay.
Let's try that one again.
So I'm not used to attacks and so forth.
I think we are all aware of that.
Well, thank you for reminding me.
I just think it's great that a different bard gets all this resin now.
So your rock does not go over the edge. It gets to within about a foot of the edge, and you do see that the golem creature, has looked over at it and is now looking at it, at the rock. So he is looking at it. He hasn't made any moves yet because it's not his turn.
Okay.
He just now fell. All right. Fire guy near Beltran is going to try and roll. He rolled terribly. So he is going to stumble and fall. And let's just roll that again, just to see. Oh, Daddy one. He goes off. And he tries to fire, stumbles, falls prone, and then slips further off of the thing. The other guy is going to try.
I appreciate him trying to retrieve my arrow for me.
Yeah, he's going to do that. The other guy is going to walk 20 feet towards Snapper. And he's got those tubes up, Snapper. They're pointed right at you, and they're clicking away. Because theoretically, he would be in range, I think, to hit you. Yeah, he would be. But he can't get him to light. But he's on his feet, and he's moving towards you. All right. Snapper and Solarian.
Go ahead, Snap.
I feel bad, Dan. You've done nothing all night except jump in the water and swim around the boat. Now, in your defense, your swim checks have been stellar. Absolutely perfect. But, I mean, it's been hard for you. All right, I need another one, though, if you're going to continue swimming. You start to sink.
And the jinx hit.
The jinx.
Yeah,
I should
say something, right?
I said something. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at the swim check here. All right. Okay, here we go. So if you fail by 4 or less, you make no progress. If you fail by 5 or more, you go underwater. If you're underwater, it's because you failed a swim check or because you are swimming underwater intentionally. You have to hold your breath. You can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to twice your con, but only if you do nothing other than take move actions or free actions. Standard action or full round action the remainder of the duration. After that period of time, you must make a DC 10 con check every round to continue holding your breath. The DC increases by 1. If you fail a con check, you begin to drown.
Excellent.
All right, so you are now underwater holding your breath. What's your con score? 4, 6?
Not far off. 8.
8. All right, so you can hold your breath for 16 rounds, but only if you do nothing other than take move actions or free actions, no standard actions, which means that even if you make a swim check, you're back down to a quarter of movement. You can try and go back up. What you can do is if you make a swim check next round, you can try and swim back up to the surface so you can get back to the thing. But right now you are underwater.
Hidogi.
All right. What about you, Snap?
I'm gonna hit this. I gotta get that. Gonna hit this dude with a acid dart.
Acid dart. All right, sir.
And it is a ranged touch attack.
Okay, so since it's ranged and he is prone, he gets a +4 on his AC, even his touch. So go ahead and roll it.
I'm just gonna do a the +5. $23.
23 will hit. So you hit him with acid, which begins to boil on his clay-like skin.
And that is, I thought 1d6 + 3.
Okay.
Yep, 1d6 + 3.
Max damage. Very nice. All right. Acid begins eating away at his armor, and it seems to be doing some damage to the clay-like substance of his skin. All right, so that's up top. Let's go downstairs to below decks, where everything seems to be...
Where John Heil has asked Leonard to check something out.
Where John Heil has asked Leonard to check something out. And since these people down below decks have basically abandoned their comrades upstairs, he's going to go ahead and do that check. Knowledge Arcana 18. All right, so this is a glyph which obviously it's It's very strange. But what you do know is sometimes these kind of glyphs, especially with this thing that looks like a handprint in the middle, is sometimes it has an effect if someone were to put their hand on the print.
Much like the portal.
Kind of like the portal, yeah. Although this is not a portal, this is a glyph that's actually inscribed onto the thing. It's very obviously separate from all the runes and stuff that tell the story of the ship that are all over everywhere. This is separate and it's different.
Okay, I am not putting my hand on it this round.
Okay, so you tell John, go ahead and put your hand on that, see what happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right, but that's, I mean, it's not much, but you do know that there are certain glyphs that if someone was to interact with it by
I
putting,
think what we need to do is put our hand there.
it creates an effect.
but
You're not sure why.
Let's examine these bodies first.
Okay. All right. So Lama and Bjorn, what do you guys do?
Out that Bjorn vermed Llama for your record, Les.
Yes.
Is that a vermithrow?
Yes, Bjorn is going to be filing the official paperwork for a verm.
Very nice. Congratulations. One verm
His first, I believe.
versus, I think that is his first, versus Lama, which I think is the first time that she's been vermed. So we'll have to check the master chart, but I will do that later tonight. Post that information for everybody's edification. What are you doing in the meantime? You're going to kill John Heil, verm him?
I'm going to use a potion of cure light.
Potion of Cure Light. All right. 5 points. Delicious Potion of Cure Light. Tastes a little bit like Sprite. You going to move it all?
No, because the smart people are checking out the thing on the wall.
Okay. And what about you, Lama? Backing up. You want to take another crack at that crystal plug over the grill?
The crazy member of the party is going to be like talking to the boat. Stupid stopper. What the hell? This is stupid.
Are you going to try and pull it out of there?
I am.
Okay.
The story up above says this boat's alive, so you might not want to cuss at it.
All right. So you sheathe your sword and then reach up and try to pull this crystal out.
2d20 there.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That's
I
all
rolled
right.
that wrong.
14. So you get both hands around it. Now, this is a crystal that this plug is probably 4 to 5 feet across. But you're kind of like trying to get it. You're trying to wedge it. You think you maybe got it squeaked a little bit, but you haven't. It's not coming out. It seems to be jammed in there pretty hard. But you think you might have moved it. Not sure. All right. I think that's everybody. Lama, Leonard.
That's everyone.
That's everyone. We're at 11:02.
Yep.
You want to stop here?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Andrew, stay on for a moment, would you?
Okay.
All right. Thanks, you guys. This is awesome.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Russ.
You bet.